all of my hairbands.
Lost all your hairbands. Cool. Everyone knows that now.
Anna has lost all her hairbands.
All her hairbands. Hello, people on the whatever this is.
It's internet.
Some ginger kid screaming in the background. That's Sam. He's joining in. He's the whale noises in the background.
Let Sam do the intro.
Sam, do you want to come and do the intro?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Sam.
Right, I'll tell you what to say. Right, can you hear?
Sam.
Right, so first thing you've got to say, thank you, Dwarf Warrior, for the sub.
Thank you, Dwarf Warrior, for the sub.
Right, cool. Now repeat after me.
Thank you, Uli, as
You
well.
ready? Yeah. Welcome to Heavyweight.
Welcome to Heavyweight.
We play D&D
We play D&D
with these bunch of lunatics.
with these bunch of idiots.
I mean, it's close to what I said. But we'll allow a little bit of
Poetic license there.
Ad lib.
We're going to go through our social media, so they can find us on Twitter. So say you can find us on Twitter,
Find us on Twitter,
Instagram,
Facebook,
Facebook, and if you join our Discord, join our Discord, we'll talk to you about D&D.
And we're on
You
TikTok.
wanna keep going? You have to be loud.
TikTok. Sam, say we're on TikTok.
Right, you can
No,
not find us on
Jesus.
TikTok. No, oh, you've gone shy, lad. No TikTok.
Oh, the TikTok's a limit. It's, until it's yours.
Even the child knows. So yeah, if you got all of that,
Watches TikTok.
you can. Does what?
Mum watches TikTok.
Mum watches TikTok.
Everyone
Who's she watching on TikTok?
Sure.
Who's your mother watching on TikTok? Who's Milkman69? Eh? Go find out. That's your job, lads. Right. The if he's out like our window cleaner, I'll be on him as well. So if you want to catch up with this lot and all the other stories we've done, go and look at our YouTube. Rhea, are you putting all these commands up?
No, it's
I
Hannah.
am.
Oh, Hannah's done.
I think
Oh, there we
Mel's
go.
in- Mel's
Proper
in the
mod.
chat.
Proper mod. Is
Mel
there?
is in the chat, but
She can have a night off.
Where's
Hannah can
Mel?
do it. Mel's in the chat. You can't see into the chat, mate.
Where's
Mel's not there. Mel's in the chat. Look, there's Mel.
no, she's there. She's
Bardic
there.
Inspiration, I'm here. Smiley face. In fact, that looks like you, mate.
That looks like Dom with no hair.
Okay, well, get off me. Get off me.
No.
You're weighing me down.
No.
So, I don't know where we're at. We're on social media. Go check it out. We're on YouTube. We've got loads of hours of stories. We're on Discord. Come and talk to us about D&D, Pathfinder, anything you want to come and talk. Just be nerdy with us. Sam, don't do that. Otherwise, punch you in the face live on the internet.
Did you say Moodman 69?
Milkman69. Who's Mood Man?
I also had mood band, just saying.
He's the other one.
Yeah. That's Amy's TikTok account.
Vibing during the 69s.
Yeah. Greg68. You go down me. Hello, you want. Get out. I'm in the kitchen.
It's not your
It is my kitchen. Who lives in this kitchen? Anyway, D&D. We play lots of D&D. These lot are gimmers, and they're playing When Glory Is Not Enough, our second campaign that we run in Colossus. Samson, get off me. Please go sit down now. Sam, please go sit down. Samson, go sit down.
Oh,
See the pink
all
hair
day.
of him?
Home
You can see
change.
Tony's pink hair later, see?
Tony!
If you're not going to be nice, I don't want you here. You go sit down.
I'd be nice.
All right, you're being
I
nice.
want him
You can see Tony's hair right there.
I want him to point down.
There you go.
Yay!
You happy?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I don't
Now
have to
you
go on.
can. Now your hood has to stay down.
That's up to Tony. It's their hood.
First
So,
on-screen live child.
We've got
live
some
murder of a
sponsors
child.
apparently.
Ah,
Coyote Grey. They're absolutely badass at drawing chibis. They do lots of other artwork to be fair, but their chibi tokens is what drew me to them. And as you can see, if you go to Roll20, look at the marketplace. Type in Coyote Grey, you'll get to see the chibi artwork that Rob, his name is. What's?
Mel can do it now.
Alright, okay. But yeah, go check out Coyote Grey on Roll20. Sirenscape are not an official sponsor, however they are aware that we use their music a lot and their ambient sounds and such. And as they said, I am feeling kind tonight. Give a reroll to the players or the DM. You cheered one bit just to ask that question. Just what is that about, Robert?
Just so we'll see it.
So So yeah, go to Sirenscape, get their software, use their ambient sounds and their sound sets. Put them there. If you get lucky enough to play around a table, you can play beautiful music like dragon fights, tavern noises, mountainsides, magic missiles going off and all sorts, and you get a nice cool ambience in like your desktop, your PC, your laptop, your phone, your Bluetooth device, whatever. If you play online like we do, you can download the web player. Whoever's hosting the game can play these songs. It'll go through the web player to whoever your players have got it on their machines, and they can have it as loud or quiet as they so wish. So use Sirenscape, as they put it, epic sounds for epic games, or epic games need epic sounds. Epic. Go check them out. 2-minute tabletop. The lad does hand-drawn battle maps and such. They're super cool. Eduardo, aka Mr. Valentine, has used them for a couple of years. We decided to dive on more, buy loads of them, and we're going to use them in this campaign. Big shout out to Lucky Battle Maps, so we still love you. But yeah, 2-minute tabletop. They're not a sponsor, but they are aware that we're using their maps. They're very happy with it, and we're very happy with the stuff they're providing, and you'll get to see lots of them, hopefully, as these lot push more buttons beyond. Yeah, we'll get more of them out there. I kind of out of it. I don't know what I'm doing. Tasha's Heavier Crockpot of Bits and Bobs is a D&D5e ed source material that we released over a year ago. Loads of our nerdy friends got together, drew loads of cool artwork, made up some subclasses, 80 new spells, etc, etc. It's 81 pages, less than $10 on DM's Guild. It's got 200 copies sold since its release last year. It's absolutely brilliant. Go check it out. Off the back of that, last weekend or weekend before, I'll have to double check, Frank and Kenzie's Traders Compendium came out. It is unbelievable. All those little backgrounds that you have, and like chef's tools and jewel crafter tools and stuff like this that you have for your character that never really get used for to be fair. Go check it out on DM's Guild. Less than $13. You know, that 99p pound shop. Psychology. $12.95. It's cheaper than $13. Go check it out. It's just a homage to small businesses, and you'll find little Easter eggs relevant to your favourite sponsors, or to our favourite sponsors, friends of the stream, and much more. It's really cool, really brilliant. I was so impressed with it, and it was very heartwarming to have some of the stuff written about me and my family in there. So really cool stuff. So thank you to Arcane and the team that he put together for it. It's amazing. Off the back of that, more stuff that we are writing. We had our first call on Saturday. Like, bullet points were made, skeletons were made, plans were talked about, content was talked about for our Kickstarter that we're going to be putting together this year to release, hopefully, at the beginning of next year. We're going to take this year to put it together because there's a lot of work that we want to put into it, artwork, content, stretch goals, pledge, etc, etc. There's a lot of stuff we need to organise. I'm very excited about it. So yes. Whoo. Well, I was going to say something else. Not about the Kickstarter. Anyway, our next big thing that we're doing is June, I think. June, July, June, August, June. On the 3rd, 4th and 5th, I think it's that weekend of June, is the Games Expo UK. Or UK Games Expo. Jesus, got that wrong. UK Games Expo. It's in Birmingham at the NEC. It's every year. It's like Europe's biggest board gaming convention. It's going to be completely nerded out, cosplay, all that palaver. We're going to be there as Heavyweight Gaming with Bardic Inspiration. They're going to be selling their wonderful product. Well, Nerd Crack is what they'll be selling, also known as dice. Candles, dice jails, dice bar, like their little plethora of things that they'll be bringing are super cool. I never thought I'd say this, but the candles I highly recommend. They're so cool at creating a little ambience when you're, you know, if you light the same candle every time you go to the Thieves Guild that's like cinnamon, then your players get used to it. It's super cool way, really clever. I love the candle side of things. So that's really cool. But myself, as Heavy, in case, you know, I'm not this skinny in real life, and Mr. Valentine, we will be there sporting our brand new t-shirts, and when the design is nearly finished, I've seen the colorations of it. It is so fucking beautiful. But we shall be there with our Dungeon Master, our Heavyweight Gaming Dungeon Master.
I have never heard you say something like that before.
Say what?
I've seen the colorations.
I've never heard myself say it before, mate, so the medication's kicking in.
I'm disappointed that you're not.
Just slap you.
I'm disappointed that you're not wearing ponchos.
True.
No. That's your thing.
Please.
You wear your own ponchos. I refuse. I'll be in enough weird stuff as it is. But yeah, so we'll be there talking to everyone, selling the world, introducing folks to Colossus. So look out for us there. And also, I should have a panel over that weekend. Times will be confirmed, etc., etc., where I'll be doing a world-building waffle of telling you that I basically made some shit up years ago, and Eddie said, those rivers don't run downhill, and then we made a world. But job done. How was it, really? Cool, thanks for coming. Yeah. Off you go. Let's play D&D. Bits. If you want to throw bits at this lot, 200 bits and they get a reroll. They can't use them on death saving throws, they can't use them on my rolls, but they can use them on all of theirs. It is... Oh, we've got a little thing. Do you feel sorry for the adventurers? A monkey face. Donate 200 bits, cheers, to give the party a reroll. They can't be used on the DM or death saving throws, they don't roll over to the following week. And there's no longer a cap, bald or otherwise. You can throw as much of them at them as you want. Big 8, 1,000 fucking... Excuse me.
7 rerolls now.
Spanish.
7 rerolls.
Well, it's 500 for DM.
Thanks, Biggie.
Come on, Dwarf Warrior. Come on, Dwarf Warrior.
Biggie.
Oh no!
Biggie, I
no!
have told you before. Right.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Alice. Is that for the DM, yeah? Is that for the DM, Alice?
It is. It's my other half. He's sat behind me.
Oh, what a legend. What a legend.
Don't be an arsehole.
So annoying.
So I'm using them on Althea. But yeah, thank you very much for the for the bits and such. I do have to put a big shout out. The last couple of weeks have been absolutely ridiculous of people following, subscribing. Jesus Christ, Biggie.
What?
Come on,
Gibby's
Biggie,
from
man. Is it
Gibby's
payday?
from
or what?
iCarly.
You play one game of Vampire, you lose your mind.
25. Jesus.
This would
We're
be
going to have a stream where we don't have a hype train.
student loan day.
Jesus.
Student
Is
loan
it? I think it's student loan day.
I think it's student loan day.
You've got an education to think about, man. Right?
Biggie.
Big grumpy gamer, I'll do. Jesus. Got one for AD. Look at that. Yes.
No.
Right. We can't just
No.
sit here taking bits, right? But let's try and get a game on, all right?
I haven't even started yet. Jesus.
There's probably other announcements that I can't remember. But yeah, we'll let you know.
GSCon.
GSCon. At the
Biggie.
beginning of August in Manchester, GSCon is a big charity con for folks with mental health who use gaming as their therapy, as it were. They're raising a lot of money, or hoping to. There's 1,000+ tickets sold or nearly sold. I'll be there running a D&D 5th Ed one-shot for 8 to 10 players, so sign up if you're going to go to it. It'll be a 4-hour one-shot in our very own seminar room where lots of people will be watching, possibly 100+ people. So if you're going to come along to that, that'd be amazing. If you are going to come along to that, if you use the code EMRIS10, as you can see in the chat, you get 10% off. Emrys is Jade, who plays in our Tuesday game. She also streams 2 or 3 times a week, doing a variety of games. She's super cool to hang out with, super cool to watch stream, and she's sponsoring the con itself. So if you do go, make sure you use her code and you get 10% off. So yes. Anything else, kids? Oh, listen to our podcast as well. There you go.
Which the next episode will probably be up before midnight.
I'll post it on Wednesday. Because between me and Amelia, we're shit, I've decided. They'll get it when we say they get it, Amelia.
If you want to listen to one with more episodes, you can search for Dice of the Beholder Chronicles of Needham, because I've uploaded 60 episodes in the time it takes them to upload 6.
Take over, you do it.
Have you edited any of them?
Yeah,
I don't believe
All
it.
of them.
every single one of them.
All of them.
Don't
He's
believe
an
it.
asshole.
Gonna take on some extra
This
responsibility.
is Rich looking after the kids, Amelia. Remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Spent all weekend. Anyway, it's not
Right.
relevant, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I might have roasted him a little bit yesterday when he interrupted our call. Right, let's get some music going. Hopefully, the music will come through to you lot. Right, so it should be. There we go. Let me know if it's too loud, chat, because it's on the same mixer as the players. Do us a favour, Sam. You turn that down again, Samson. You turn TV down. I can hear them screaming their heads off, mate. Put your headset on. That's what it's there for, pal. Nice ninja kick. Turn it down, please. Right, so recap. You lot have spent 3 sessions in the same spot in the market square, talking about ducks and flying away. Last session, you split the party. As shocking as that update is to folks. Hey up, before we do this, I'm saying night to my kids. Come here, boys, come. Bedtime. Night. Go on, Dom.
I told Mum.
About Milkman.
Yeah. And she said, I don't know.
She don't know. She's lying to you, mate. She's lying to you.
Yeah.
What are you deleting there, Bex? Hey? Shocking. You got no phone? Where's the phone? I don't know a password. Shit. Right. You spent 5 sessions in the same. No. So last session, quite a lot happened actually. In the Old White Ram, FaZe went back to speak to Pelios. She went back to speak to Pelios, she interrupted sort of a conversation between a very, very pink and bright looking thick pixie wielding a glaive and a stoic look. Turns out that this pixie was called Aranel. There is a Pelios addressed Aranel as his queen, and Aranel's response was not yet. FaZe and Pelios had a bit of a heart-to-heart, where FaZe was wonderfully creepy. Don't worry about all the deaths of the little people. It's not your fault, but I'm going to kill those that it is. It's like I was backing off as she spoke. So, you spoke to Pelios. Pelios is going to perform, and you stayed to keep an eye on Pelios. Rhea joined you after noticing a few things in the crowd, and you had some small chat with Simba and Alexio, and drank Simba's wine. All of it. As Rhea was
never said that I
vibing.
drank all of it.
I know who's playing Rhea, so I just assumed. You just told me before the stream, their 2-for-1 cocktails are brilliant. In the Guild Hall of Ectelior, you got to witness a couple of performances from a variety of troops. You spoke to Alexander, or at least Althea did, about your methods of trying to find out more of what FaZe and Alexander are trying to find out in those dodgy performers that are claiming that they're performing in the name of Ectelior, but are actually being bastards across a few of the nations of Colossus. There was one particular dance performance towards the end of the session where Aranel, the pixie, the thick pixie, was upon a glittering chair made by the dancers around her. She was then shot by a poisoned dart, it would seem, for when she reached towards the dart, she passed out. Ectelior themselves came from the back of the stage, scooped up Aranel without laying eyes upon, constantly looking at the mirrors floating in front of them, and carried Aranel off to the side. What Althea noticed was a little gnomish bastard with a blowgun in his hand. And he decided to do one, because, that's how assassins work. Althea, bolting across, pushing, bulldozing people out the way, turned the corner of the bar, saw that this gnome was about to disappear through some sort of teleportation portal, and just tackled them through it. When you came out the other side, you were in an arena room, a room deliberately built and designed for very loud, jingly music in my ear. Built and designed for indoor fighting. Less of the large arenas and sand everywhere and people sat around the amphitheatres looking down. More intimate and personal, where folks would watch from raised areas and look down into this small contained indoor arena. See the pillars all around you, and you have got hold of this very, very scarred, heavily beaten, definitely been in some scraps gnome. Like in a hood and a robe, a sword on the side, and obviously the blowgun. Through the other side, through the door, not the portal that you came through, but through the door, in came a humanoid-looking chap with a long mane-like hair, in a blue sleeveless tunic that kind of opened up around, like showing thigh and arm and shoulder and such. A person or an individual that spends a lot of time working on their physique for whatever reason. So we will start with you, Althea. With the random music. Alright, cool. You can hear the music, as low as it is, which signals to you that you're still in Buxy Bay, or somehow the same bard followed you all the way across the world. But you can hear it outside the building that you are in. Usually these arena rooms are attached to a villa, or at least in your experience, small experience of being a gladiator yourself. What do you do? Go.
Is the man that walked in, is he still approaching, or is he sort of stopped? Has he said anything?
He stopped. He just, as he sees you two there, he starts to tie his hair back, and he just ties it out the way into a ponytail. And he just looks at you both, waiting to see what you're going to do.
Then I will keep holding. I imagine I've got this known by like the scruff, like holding him by his shoulders.
You're in a grapple. You don't necessarily have the advantage. You just tackled them through the portal.
Yeah.
And you're kind of on the floor in a grapple, as it were.
I'm gonna hold on to, so move myself to hold on to the front of their clothes and sort of shake them, almost hitting their head against the floor, and say like name, like shouting at him for his name.
You need to try harder than that, lassie. Give me a grapple contestation.
That's just a strength check.
Yeah, no, athletics. If you're defending, it's athletics or acrobatics, your choice. I assume you will pick athletics. I got a 22.
I got an 18.
Reroll.
Oh, you have got a
use a
reroll.
reroll. Yeah, I'm going to use a reroll. I've got quite a good. 21. Oh well.
You've got 7.
Yeah.
So
I've got 6 now.
as you like grab hold and you're trying to be all like, bad cop, good cop, good cop, just bad cop. And he says you'll have to try harder than that. He just gets out of your grip and he pulls the short sword.
I'll draw my sword and shield.
Right, cool. I could kill 2 this day. Roll initiative. No, that one, a 22. 5?
Yeah.
Well, I got a 12, so so, shit. So you see the gnome kind of look behind him, see the chap who is just leant against one of the pillars now, arms crossed, bulging biceps, just watching across at you two, does not flinch, looks across, looks at you, looks at their sword, and you see like a shimmer of purple radiate across the blade. And I'll let you decide. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay. Right. And just comes at you with the short sword. 20.
Yeah, hits.
Don't sound so depressed, Alfie. You've been wanting to fight for weeks, and
I know, to be
just
fair.
because you're going second on the initiative, this shit game.
Yeah, pissed now. It's annoying.
Who was fighting in D&D?
Not used to it. I need to actually read my Echo stuff now. Is it worth it?
You take 10 points of slashing damage as this short sword slashes across your thigh from this heavily scarred gnome. Then... Yeah, I'll just stay there. I'm just be in your face. Come on then, lassie.
So, okay. And manifest my Echo as my bonus action.
There's fucking 2 of them. What does your echo look like?
You tell me. You told me that it was to be...
Yep. And I'm asking you this time round what your
Oh,
echo
this time
looks
round. Like me.
Like. What a cop out, okay.
Oh, no, I was expecting you to...
It's fine, that's good. I'll catch you off surprise like that.
Yeah.
As these echoes manifest, it's cool. So, where you manifest in the echo?
15 feet from me, but like to the left, so like he can see it in his eye line, but 15 feet to the left of us.
Okay.
It's got to be up to within 15 feet when I manifest it. So.
Is that a bonus? Yeah, but it doesn't have to be 15 feet. It's just within.
You can use a bonus action to magically manifest an echo of yourself in an unoccupied space you can see within 15 feet of you.
Yeah. So you could have it right next if you wanted.
Yeah, no, I don't want to.
Oh, you do want it 15. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry, the way I thought you had to.
No,
do it 15.
it's cool.
Okay, cool, yeah. So,
Yeah, it's a magical, translucent, grey
Bonus-
image
is that-
of me.
bonus or action?
Bonus.
Right, cool. So you summon yourself. You just hear a fucking hell.
And so that's my bonus action, and I will attack him with my action.
Cool.
With my longsword. I'm going to keep my shield up though.
Yeah, I assumed. Want
That's
information?
a 22, 16 plus 6.
22 does it. As your sword comes slashing down into the gnome, who you can see rarely parries.
For 8 damage.
Nice. This is the most soft
Um,
music for battle I've ever had on.
That's me.
Action bonus, right?
Yeah.
So it turns around. The you notice that the guy leaning against the wall just raises an eyebrow as you manifest your echo. Right, I'll deal with your twin in a moment. And slashes at you again with their short sword. 18.
This is.
Ooh. And then we'll pop a portion. Dun, 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 dun. And you see the slash that you put into them and across their face and like nearly take their ear off. You just see the wound reknit as the flesh becomes one again. Just a bit of dried blood where it had run from before. Told you, take more than that. Your turn.
Fine by me. I'll attack with my longsword to begin with. On a natural 20, 26.
Cool, that hits.
So you do damage the dice, double the dice roll.
Double the dice you roll, only because I like rolling lots of dice.
That's fine. So it's 2d8, not 1d8. So that would be 10 points of slashing damage.
10.
And then I will use Unleash Incarnation. So I'll move my Echo behind him, so she's directly opposite me and he's in the middle of us.
Okay.
And then Unleash Incarnation, you can heighten your Echo's Fury. Whenever you take the attack action, you can make one additional melee attack from the Echo's position.
Okay.
You can do this 3 times per long rest, blah, blah, blah. So I will then, attack with Echo. She uses my stats. That's a 19, 25.
25 hits.
For 8 slashing damage.
Din, 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 din. All you can hear, like the echoing of like as your blades are passing and like stabbing into each other, and then every time you both take a breath, you just hear some dull music coming from outside. All right, we'll see. We'll see if you're out like the pixie. Bonus action: they will disengage and run away from you, 25 feet. And then they'll bring up the blow dart at you. 23. You take a point of damage. And can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I bloody hope so. That is a 17, 12 plus 5.
Motherfucker, give me a second. Cool, you feel the dart hit you, and you immediately go rigid. This poison that flows in from the dart, from such a small little prick in the neck, keep it clean, you feel this absolute burning of just pure fire race through your body. You want to scream out in pain, tear at your face, to just anything, just do anything to get this fire from within you out. But after a second or two, you manage to just essentially scream internally and just shrug it off. And there's a real crooked grin on the gnome's face, as if they're happy with that outcome. That's them.
Okay. I will move up. So they move 25 feet away from me.
Yeah.
Me and my echo will move.
Cool.
So as long as it's within 30 feet of me, it's fine. And then I will attack. 18.
18. Just hits.
11 slashing damage.
Lovely. As another gash comes flying through the creature.
And then I will unleash incarnation again. The echo goes for an 18 as well.
18 hits.
For 8 slashing damage.
Right. Looks, you can just see these large gashes now coming from your twin echo yourself. This gnome does not look happy at all. Looks down at the short sword. The purple glints again. I ain't getting paid enough for this. And just cuts behind them. And dimension doors. Can you counter that?
I can't counter it in
Cool.
like a spell way. Can I try and grab him?
No, not this time.
Okay.
Ah, fuck. As they cast the dimension door, you see the chap at the thing just raise their hand, and a blue light ebbs from their hand. Same colouring as the tunic. And it kind of reaches out towards the dimension door, and the door itself kind of pulsates with power, and the blue glow fades as they fail their counter. And the gnomish assassin fucks off through the dimension door and closes. And you are left in the room with your echo and a chap in blue. And they're just...
Would I have...
Go on.
Sorry, would I have known... Can I sort of make... I know I'm not arcanely orientated. Would I have known that he had tried to counter it, or...
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Because you will have seen magic used on the sands, as it were.
Yeah.
Not everyone's steel and board.
10.
Whatever they did, they were trying to interfere with the goblin's magic, whether that be counter or fireball him or whatever. You don't know.
Goblin or gnome?
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
They both begin with G. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay. I will turn to the man and say,
They're just clapping.
so, as you interfered, I take it I'm not going to need her anymore. And then I will bonus action send my echo away.
That is very impressive. I've never
Thank
seen
you.
anybody do that before.
Me either. What's your name?
Odysseus.
Althea. Do you know that man?
The gnomish creature?
Mm-hmm.
I do not. I was about to ask why you were both in my house, then you started fighting.
This is your house. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not my house, but it is mine. My house is down this corridor.
I was just in Ectelio's guild house. I honestly have no idea where I am, but I followed that gnome through a transport portal after I saw him attempt to assassinate someone who I believe to be probably quite important.
Well, that was quite a journey. Ectelio's is up the road. You're not far at all.
Oh, that's good.
As for
It's weird that I
assassinations
was
of
miles away.
portals, I'm unaware of any of the words that just left your mouth. But you are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need aid?
I'm mildly wounded, but don't go out of your way.
I heal all the warriors who fight under my roof. May I? And they step forward.
Just step forward and hold out a hand.
There is a smell of jasmine about this person. And they just hold out their hand, place it on yours. It's very soft You'd expect rougher hands from the way they're built and the way they hold themselves. They have a similar walk to yourself. They've definitely walked in those sort of circles, and they cure wounds you for 12.
Yes. Thank you. As she's on full now, so she looks revitalized.
What was that? It wasn't mirror image that I've seen or even attempted myself. It was an exact replica of yourself, but different.
Over my short, I suppose, in terms of many people training, I've gained the ability to split myself, as it were, and create similar to a mirror image of myself, but I can act and sense from the echo, as I call it.
Fascinating. Of the arena, are we? Maybe you could use that on the sands. Although I don't recognise you, and I know most in Buxy Bay.
I'm not from Buxy Bay. I've recently been staying with Petrus.
How is the old dog?
He's okay. I've got some questions next time I see him. But yeah, I'm just visiting Buxy Bay, and I haven't been on the sands for a while. But you're right, that's where I started.
The gnome didn't go far. The spell they used is one known as a door through dimensions. 300 feet maybe, 250, 500, who knows, but a few hundred feet wherever. If you ever face the creature again, they do not hold skill with arcane. It was their blade.
Okay, that's really good to know.
Take
Do you know anywhere where
take their magic from them?
Do you know anywhere where an assassin might go? Is there any sort of dodgier ends of town that they might have fled to?
You're in Buxy Bay. Maybe find a goblin called Sketch. No. There are plenty of places in Buxy Bay that those that wish a reputation of shadows and smoke. I doubt an assassin would go there. They'd be looking to leave if I was them. You don't stay. Did they succeed?
I don't know. I followed them. I know that the target collapsed as I turned, but I have no idea if they're alive or not. But I know that they're important to Actelio, who has become important to me and my friends, so I figured it was best to try and find out who the assassin was.
May I? And reaches towards the dart still stuck in your neck.
Yeah.
Just ping, 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 ping. Pulls it out and starts. This is potent. I have an alchemist who could look and maybe determine the poison used, unless you have a personal alchemist, and just kind of laughs.
I do not have a personal alchemist.
Why would you? Just
yes. But yeah, that would be great. I doubt I'm going to find that gnome again anytime soon. So yeah, I'd rather not be poisoned, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, I will ask. It will cost you a performance. And just kind of smiles.
A performance of what kind?
You fought on the sands, did you not?
I did.
You would honour me if you were to fight in my halls, at least once before you leave Buxy Bay.
That sounds very agreeable in exchange for you helping me overcome this poison.
I think you overcame it yourself.
Then are there lingering effects that I'm to be aware of?
I wouldn't know until I've spoken to my alchemist.
Okay. Then yes, yeah, of course, I will fight any of your warriors.
Noted. Well, I'm Odysseus. Everyone knows me. I'm the only one in town. Unlike
The
Alexander.
only one?
I am the only Odysseus, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what is it? You own this? Is this a training facility? Is this a?
Folk come here to train and learn from me. Folk come here to perform. You are in Buxy Bay. Everyone is looking for a performance of sorts. It just so happens that mine is with blade and skill of combat. I have a villa just down. I don't eat and sleep and just look around.
Do you train the gladiators yourself?
I have done, yes.
But you are skilled with arcane magic.
More, yes.
Can I ask in what sense? I've not met many gladiators that can do both, as it were.
I walk in both arcane and divine circles, mainly as a support for my fellow arena attendees.
Okay.
So I would never call myself a gladiator, but I've been around it for so long that I would consider myself a great teacher, if I do say so myself.
She'll just nod respectfully and say, like I said, my name is Althea. I'll be in town, obviously, for a while, and I have a performance that I owe you now. But at this moment, I will say goodbye, as I have some friends I need to find. How long do you think I should leave before coming to find out about that poison?
Well, I will go speak to them now. It's getting on into the evening. They usually work later for some reason. They prefer the night. So they'll work through the night most likely. Hopefully they'll have an answer for you. So check in the morning. If it's too difficult, they might need longer. If it's easy, then the morning.
Thank you. We'll likely be staying at either Ectelio's guild house or possibly the old White Ram, should you need to find me.
Varying
For
levels
anything.
of comfort. Fair play.
It's a long story. But yeah, I will say goodbye and thank you for attempting to help me earlier.
Not a problem. Now, be safe. Along the corridor, the first door on your right will lead you outside.
Just nod and do a kind of little bow and then head off.
Cool. As you head outside, it is jumpy. The music is a lot louder, and as the doors open, you just get a wave of it, and you do see that you are indeed still in Buxy Bay, and you can see Ectelio's guild house further up the hill. It'll take you a bit of a walk, but it's not too far. You have a quick look around to see if obviously the wee man is still rocking around with his little blowgun. You don't immediately see anything. For starters, after being told that they're probably zapped away a few hundred feet, you assume they're not just going to come immediately back, but you definitely gave them a whooping. Enough so to force them to flee. Are you going to make your way to the White Ram knowing that your party is there? Or are you making your way to Ectelio's?
I'm going to go to Ectelio's to find out what happened to the pink fairy, and then as soon as I know that, whether they're alive or dead, I'll go to the White Ram.
Okay, so we'll deal with you first. As you make your way up there, the crowd, and it's thrumming now as the evening starts to come together, as folk are still preparing for this great festival and stuff. People are having that chill moment now, and it's getting to the end of the day sort of work, so less and less folk are actually doing the graft and just lent by crates and boxes or still materials and bits of canvas, and they're just now sharing a drink. Foods are being brought out from various stores nearby and taverns and such that bring drinks out to the workers and the crew, the setup crew. Having flashbacks, but yeah, everyone's got a bacon butty, and you head up to Ectelio's guild hall. As you get up there, there's obviously a lot of commotion going on. When you get to the large double doors of the guild hall, there are two constructs stood there, made of copper. They are just in the shape. Imagine if you were all copper, similar, the helm, the muscle caress, the armor, the sword and shield, and they're very much animated, but they're just two very large, almost copper animated statues of Atorian warriors, similar to yourself. And they just hold the double doors and put two large swords across it as you approach. No words, they just cross the blades to block your way.
If I turn to one of them, are they looking at me?
Yes.
So
they are very aware that you are there.
So can I not enter here?
You just hear a very metallic grinding voice of "No one enter."
Why?
Word of Ectelio.
Someone needs to tell Ectelio that I'm a big
deal.
Yeah, someone needs to tell Ectelio that I have information following the situation that happened tonight.
From the bottom right-hand corner of the door, a little like doorway just opens. You couldn't see it before. There was no seam or anything. It's about 3 foot high. This door just opens, and you see a little halfling, tight curly black hair, little goat beard, little bronze muscle body in their tunic. You see Leo.
There he is.
Sandy warrior, hero of the sands. I hear you have information. Come, move. You are too big. And they move out of the way to the copper constructs. You hear that, like, Leo disappears back in, their door closes, completely disappears again, no seam, no nothing, and the double doors open up. You two, no more people. Door closes.
Good.
In there is an absolute crowd of people, all kind of pushed over to one side. Like, everyone that's in there is full on, whodunit, murder mystery, no one's allowed to leave. You see more and more of these copper Atorian warriors now, these constructs that are kind of just herding people, and the gnomes and the goblins that were working the bar in their Atorian attire are now basically, for every one of them there's a copper construct of Atorian warriorness, and they're just ushering people around. You see Alexander talking to the crowd and trying to keep everyone down, like quiet and stuff. Most people are quite animated, like wanting to get out, a little bit worried. Like, they came to watch a dance or two, and now there's an assassination attempt. You can hear, just as you walk in there, people talking about... Oh dear. Talking about... Why is it going quiet? There we go. Right, so hopefully this will come from... You can hear that it is crowded, that it is thrumming. And you hear that people are talking about someone from the royalties being killed, or can you believe there was an assassin here, or they didn't die, they flew away. And like, already amongst all these bardic types, the whispers are just increasing, and there's already fables and great Jesus, it's not the word I was going to think of, but great tales and such that have been put, just already they're pulling the inspiration. You can see now a few were dead distraught that an assassination had just happened, but then they've gone, holy shit, inspiration, and they're off.
Now they're writing.
They're off. Yeah, they're singing songs. There's still a few that are were probably just there as guests and just wanted to see the dancing and stuff, for trying to and obviously Alexander and the gnomes and their copper warriors are just like, nah, you're staying there, not in them shoes, pal. And there is that element of it. The only one that doesn't seem to be given a shit is the ebony scaled dragonborn that was there before with the Quran and the scaled the Lorica armor and stuff, and this very large lizard folk with the red scales, and they're kind of just off to one side. They've got a bit of a wide berth, like no one's going near them, just sat there. The dancers have been put in their own little area, like again cornered off, and they're fully guarded by these copper warriors. Like, the guests are at one side and these are immediate suspects. Ectelio is nowhere to be seen, and neither is the pink fairy. Rocking around, Leo's kind of just ushering you through, moving people out of the way. Takes you to the office that Alexander first that you went into with Alexander, and it showed you like the arena area. The stairs that you first arrived in and come down. So as you walk past that office, Leo walks you around there and then to the stairs, and then walks directly at the stairs, and instead of going up them, goes through them with you, like holding your hand or ushering you, and almost illusionary walks through the stairs. And when you turn around, it's dark, you can't see the room behind you, it's as if you're under the stairs. Straight in front of you, Laura P36, thank you, it's gravy time. As you go through the I've got to try and do that at the end or break. You walk through this corridor. On either side of the corridor, it's very well lit, with the perfect lighting because of all the mirrors on the wall. And you imagine someone of Ectelio's height that this lighting has been designed to give them the best backing for when they look at themselves in the mirror. This corridor is maybe 60 feet long, 50 to 60 feet. So it goes deeper into the guild hall of parts that you haven't seen before, opens up into a wide chamber, and the chamber is beautifully decorated with silks and the almost see-through material hanging with the drapes. You've got the Atorian style pillars all around this chamber. There is the same sea green tarp and such that is hanging from the ceiling to each pillar. There is windows all around you that are stained glass windows, and each image on the stained glass window is a version of Ectelior in silver and gold glass. If you were to look out of the windows as you're passing through, there is a cloudy blue sky beyond them. It doesn't feel real. You are definitely not staring outside. In the middle there are cushions and long sofas, big soft chairs. There are mirrors positioned at various places on certain small tables and such. There is a very long sort of U-shaped sofa bed area, again with high cushions and long flowing sea green drapes. The main coloration around this place is gold, silver and sea green. In the middle-ish area there is a very long couch sofa that could probably fit all 6 of you sat on it comfortably, and your feet would be off the floor because the cushions are that wide. But you see Ectelior with a couple of goblins and a halfling that you think you saw on the bar at some point over the last day or two. Ectelior is near the pixie, the one called Aranel, holding their hand, but staring at a mirror just above the fairy. And the couple of the 2 goblins and the halfling, Jesus, I'm so off it tonight, and the halfling are clearly doing, as you've seen many times, medicinal. They're like checking her, patting her head with like damp cloths and stuff, and just checking her out, as it were, medicinally. Ectelior, and Leo does this long, like, gracious bow. His forehead touches the floor 3 feet from him. Ectelior just waves. They'll see you now. Bye. And Leo just turns and starts walking away. And as you just watch Leo walk away, you see Leo every now and then jump up and like 2 fingers gun at one mirror, and then jump up at another mirror and do a little gun show, and just loving the fact that they get to walk down a corridor of mirrors. And then you see him disappear at the other end through the stairs again.
Strange little walkway.
My greatest ever creation.
I will approach Ectelior and say, you can let those people out there go. The assassin is not here anymore.
And how do you know?
I chased them. They left through a portal, which I now know to be the spell Dimension Door.
Oh, so they're a few hundred feet away and we're all safe, is that correct?
No, I followed them through the Dimension Door to a training facility not far from here, just down the road, and then I fought them, and they left again after poisoning me.
Did you kill them?
I didn't kill them.
Then they are still a danger.
They were hired. I don't believe them to...
Do you know by who?
I do not.
So you didn't kill them, and you don't know why they were here or who hired them?
I didn't have to follow them at all.
But the outcome was the same.
I know that they have a sword that allows them to cast magic. I know that they can't do it themselves.
Unless you have useful information, you may leave now.
Will they survive? I'd nod to the fairy.
We can only hope. And the goblin looks back at you and just nods.
Do you want a description of her assassin, or shall I take that information with me too?
You may take it with you.
And then I will turn and leave.
The one of the goblins goes, "We need more." "Well, thank you for the raid. We need more cloth." And just kind of walks back with you. "Raid, B-boy clan, B-boy clear." And one of the goblins rushes up with you, and their ears are tied back and pierced at the back, so they're like fully back behind their head and clamped together, like part of their aesthetic. And they have a couple of braids that just go like their head. They've got a full head of hair, but they braid it in the middle and it goes back and under the ears. And she's just pottering along next to you. And as soon as you get to like the Hall of Mirrors again, don't worry, she'll survive. She's going to be in a coma for a little bit, but she'll survive.
That's good. How are you treating her? Are you healers? You don't look like you're casting any magic.
Me and my sister, we heal differently, but Ajax and points at the halfling. They know a little bit of divine. They pray more than we do, but we do know that the poison's called Forever Gone. Nasty
Forever
stuff. Yeah, nasty stuff. Burns like fire on your insides. If you ain't strong enough, dead outright.
I felt it. I think I copped a similar dart of it.
Got the shock on their face. Why are you still awake?
I was strong enough.
So was the pixie. Normally, Forever Gone, you die or sleep for a long time.
I have no explanation for you. I have a friend that is looking into the poison. I'll let them know the name of it, but I'm
do like if you manage to get yourself an alchemist, then tell them it's called Forever Gone. I mean, it's not well known, but it is known. Like, a lot of alchemists use it to break down other components because it's so potent at like decaying, like fleshy stuff.
That's kind of worrying.
Well
yeah,
played though. Well played on not dying.
I felt the fire that you described for maybe a couple of seconds, but yeah, it went away. I feel fine now.
Keep an eye on yourself and come back if you feel a bit rough. If you feel woozy, let your pals know.
If Ectelio does need, I understand it's probably a time of heightened emotion for them. If they do want or need anyone to help with, sorting this all out and finding this person, like I say, I did follow them, and they will know where to find us, I'm assuming.
Ectelio's quite an emotional creature. I won't apologise on their behalf, but
I don't need you to, but like I say, I did see them, and I would be able to pick them out of a crowd. I don't think anyone else would be able to do that. They were very, very subtle in what they did, so...
Your best bet, the big un, Alexander the Orc. He runs this place, really. Ectelio's just a bit of a... just looks around. Ectelio's kind of the celebrity, but the art of business is definitely Alexander.
I'll catch Alexander on my way out, thank you.
Right, well, I'm going to go this way for more cloth. Does like little air quotes. But, yeah, I just wanted you to know that your mate's going to be alright. Not a Taurian term, pal.
Yeah, like I say, I've never met them before, but I'm glad they'll be okay.
Anyway, bye! Watch your head on
Bye.
the stairs on the way out, and they just disappear down through a wall, again, that's illusionary. And as you walk through the under of the stairs out, you see Leonidas just doing one-arm push-ups. And he's got a tray with little jugs, little cups on it, and a jug of purpley red wine. You can tell that he's cheating because the way he's doing the push-ups is smooth and just glides. Like when you work out, you feel the tension, you feel your muscles working. Leo's definitely cheating and using magic.
I just said, no one likes a faker, Leo.
And then he puts both hands behind his back and continues to do the motion. Who's faking it? And he stands, takes the tray with the jug and the wine. I have a job to do. I hope Ectelio was happy with the information you gave them.
No, but I'm going to tell it to Alexander, and hopefully he'll be happier.
Most definitely. Right, well, unless you wish to play roulette.
No.
Good day, Sandy Warrior. And just walks off into the crowd. Like, they're all a little bit distraught still. He just walks into the crowd. Drink.
I'll find Alexander.
Not easy to, not hard to miss, sorry. Not easy to find. Not hard to miss. You see them just addressing the crowd just further down from where you walked in near the stairway. Just arms out and then gesturing like, we're sorry, my apologies, you'll have to wait, be calm, all that sort of stuff. He doesn't have the red markings across his face, it's just his bare grey skin.
So, do you have, I know you're busy, but I need a few minutes to have it.
Definitely. Let me remember my gruff, orcish voice of Yorkshire. I definitely have time for you, Althea. You lot, just... I'll be back. And as they turn, you can see the relief on Alexander's face. It's gravy time. Sparky and cool. And Alexander walks away from you and kind of just, like, adjusts his tunic. Hey up. Yes. Adjusts their tunic and just kind of rights themselves. Walks over to the bar, assuming you followed. Just gestures to one of the gnomes. They rush across and give you both a very large cup filled with purpley wine. Thank you for that, Althea. These scaredy bards.
I said to Ectelio, you can probably let them go. The attacker isn't here. The assassin isn't here.
How so? How do you know? Tell me everything.
I saw the whole thing. He used a blow dart, I imagine laced with poison. I felt the same poison, I'll tell you about that later. But yeah, I followed them behind the bar. They'd cast a spell, which I think I've been told is called Dimension Door. They left to a training facility / villa owned by Odysseus down the road.
Ah, yes, I know Odysseus.
Yeah, I tackled him through the portal. We rolled into Odysseus's training hall, fought, and then
Did he just watch?
Yeah, he watched, but he did help when the gnome tried to cast this escaping spell again. He did try to stop him, I think.
Odysseus is he's skilled
yeah.
wielder of something, but yes.
He also told me, so the gnome used the same poison dart on me, but thankfully I didn't suffer the effects like the pink fairy did. However, Odysseus told me as well that the gnome's sword is what allows him to cast magic. He's not a magical creature himself, which is interesting. But yeah, the gnome
Magic
escaped
weapons
again.
are common. Maybe an enchantment. If you're an assassin, it's a good enchantment, I suppose.
Yeah.
Do we know anything? I saw Leo take you beneath the stairs.
Yeah, sadly I don't have any more information than that. I wasn't able to kill the gnome. He escaped.
My apologies. Do you know anything of Aranel?
Oh, the goblins.
The pink fairy.
The goblins told me she'll survive, and the poison was called Never Gone.
Never heard of it. I've heard of one similar, Forever Gone.
That's the one.
Well done, Alexander. Good dice. That'd be nice. That one. Yeah, Never Gone. Yeah, let's find out what that's about.
Forever
Homebrew
Gone.
for the win.
That's the one.
Different dialects on poisons, you see.
Yeah, not alchemically inclined.
I've heard of it. Never come across it. It's usually used by alchemists to break stuff down, but it's quite a potent substance. Maybe maybe you should speak to an alchemist.
Yeah, Odysseus has got his looking into it. I'm gonna let them know the name of it. But the goblin, treating the pink fairy was surprised that I'm still standing, because it either kills you outright or puts you into a coma, which is what's happened to Aranel. She's in a coma. But I seem to be okay, thankfully. Can't stay very long. I need to go and find my friends. But yeah, sorry I don't have more information for you regards to the assassin.
No, that's thank you very much, Althea. It's most welcomed. I will slowly let them out. I don't want to all of a sudden have to apologise to everyone. They can understand that sometimes their coin and fame around here doesn't get them what they want.
Oh, definitely. I'll keep an eye out for the assassin. He was he was a gnome, but older with scarred face, and I'll give a brief description of the gnome.
Okay. I don't recognise. That's quite a distinct face.
He was definitely hired. I don't think he bore the malice towards the fairy himself. He said, as I was attacking him, that he didn't get paid enough for this before he left. So I feel like he was, his heart wasn't in it. He was doing a job, and his sword glowed purple with magic.
Noted. I will speak with those of the guild and see if they know of an assassin of such description.
Okay. I'm heading to the Old White Ram now. If you need us, I think my friends hopefully will be there.
Yes, hopefully. Well, good day and thank you.
No worries.
If you do happen to speak with Odysseus's alchemist, make friends of them. They are talented.
I will. Thank you.
Well, if you're into alchemy. Do you like alchemists?
One of my friends is an alchemist. I might actually find him. Have you seen
yes.
Remy around?
Remy is an alchemist.
Supposedly.
The skinny Remy with
that's the
yourselves.
one. Yeah.
Cute button nose, curly line.
Big blue eyes. That's
Big
the
blue
one.
eyes. Yeah. Always hanging around with that half elf.
Yeah.
They were here earlier, but I don't know where they are in the crowd.
That's fine. If you see him, tell him that I'm here. Well, that I was here, because I think the last thing I shouted before I jumped through that portal was "Tell Remy," so someone might have found him. But yeah, let him know that we're in the Old White Ram. But he just needs to keep himself safe.
Okay. Well, I'll send word. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you leave the guild hall and make your way to the Old White Ram?
Yes.
Cool. In the Old White Ram, the other 5 players of this
Sorry,
campaign.
guys.
Sometimes
we
you just get a solo side quest. Right. Din 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 din. Just over here naming dice after characters, so don't go killing them heavy. Alright.
Aww.
So the first one is right. As you we'll keep the same music for the tavern. You are in the Old White Ram. You are sat drinking with Simba and Alexio. There are folk. There are still the dock workers at the bar. There is still the Minotaur and the large black mastiff dog man in the door, as it were. There are obviously folk in the kitchens behind the bar, bringing out food every now and then. You get a few people walk in and out through the late afternoon into the evening, as it were, that come in, have a pint or two, and then leave. So it don't matter where you are, everyone always has a pint after work. And there'll be meals and stuff, and the crowd kind of mingles in and changes, ever flowing as it would, throughout a bar. As the evening comes upon you, it's been a while now. You left Althea with Remy watching dancing and stuff in Ectelios. You haven't heard from her in a couple of hours. But that was always the plan. And then Althea was planned to meet up with yourselves shortly. A few warm-up gigs, as it were. Some of the bards come in and for a few coin will do a little song or a little dance or play just some music or tell a story by the fire in the big hearth area of the Old White Ram. And again, once they've got a few coin, they leave, they'll stick around for a drink, and it's just a casual flow of customers and small minor performances as folk are just in that last evening of the festival's tomorrow. Most of the hard work's done. It's probably just a few bits that they can do after, into the evening or very early in the morning. So there is a buzz about the town at the moment where people are now ready for the festival the next day to celebrate every birth on Colossus. Do you wish to converse before you all die? Before you've been in a pub for several hours?
Not anything in particular, just chatting and drinking and keeping an eye on things.
Just watching everyone that comes in and moaning about how crap the tea is.
How dare you?
It tastes weirdly like ale.
Yeah.
Round here we call it tail. Whee! So, as it does get into the evening, it is Peleos' turn to perform. And the crowd doesn't necessarily go quiet. They're still a bit, haughty. They're still a bit into the swing of things. But as Peleos is announced by the last working behind the bar, she jumps up onto the bar and is very formal about her announcement of Peleos the Blue. The lights kind of dim in a magical way, like the torchlight gets desaturated. It kind of loses its brightness. I'm assuming one of you artists will tell me the word for that. But it loses its glow, and the room itself goes in a little bit dimmer. At the top of the stairway, you see Peleos the Blue. For those of you that hadn't seen him before, he has a single horn going from his forehead that curls around over the back, at the side temple over the left ear, but it's intertwined with a load of blue hair. They are of a tiefling nature, or a fiendish nature, but as with all tieflings within Atoria, they are a pale coloured skin, so pale blues and reds and whites and greys and that sort of thing, because they are soul-scorched in a divine manner, or so the legends say. The powdery blue colour of Peleos' skin is smooth, has a shine to it, as if they've applied some sort of metallic blusher to their cheeks and their jawline and such. Their flowing robes are of a similar green to that of the decoration in Ectelio's house. And there is a definite cantrip similar to that you've seen Velk or other Velk lookalikes cast, where like a bit of thaumaturgy is going on, and there is the robes of Peleos are flowing, unnaturally with no wind or breeze. The crowd still carries on, but Peleos is fully into their performance. They care not that the crowd is still like, wee! They don't care. And they come in, and Peleos begins to sing. I don't have a soundbite, but... oh, what's the wrong?
AD,
Yes.
as Peleos begins his performance, Bjorn, worried that Peleos' presence might kick something off, wants to surreptitiously cast Armor of Agathis on themselves.
Surreptitiously cover yourself in ice armor. That's just what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Cool.
What do you mean? I've been dressed like this all day.
Oh, nice. That's going to be a 20.
Cool.
It's a bit cold in here.
In a room full of people, spikes of ice come out from your armor, and you cast it smooth as, mate. People literally just see ice manifest all over you, but they don't see you cast a spell. Most of the people in there are either too drunk to give, or are in questioning it. Like, most of them will do exactly what Ethereum did. You get covered in ice and go, it's bloody cold in here, eh? Others will be aware, regardless of not spotting you casting it, know that you prepped for a fight. And the Minotaur looks across at you, that shakes their head, looks at the dog, who takes one paw forwards and just says no to the dog. You'll have no friends. Bye, just got a bit chilly. See, Spark is down with the lingo. Right. As Peleos comes down. It goes quiet, allegedly. The sound of creatures and birdies doesn't happen because... Do it, Sirenscape. Why are you not doing it?
Oh no.
There we go. I think. Peleos gets booed off. Can you hear that? Can anyone hear that? My God, that's on full blast. I can't hear it.
Don't have siren people.
Them birdies are very quiet.
Oh, I can just hear them, but I've had to turn it up to the absolute max.
Right, let's get rid of that. You have to wait. Stand by. This is totally professional.
This is why we take a break.
We'll take a break in a sec. For reasons. There we go, that's better. And you hear a harp. And it's a similar sound to what you heard in Ectelio's. And as Peleos begins to sing, and you hear the noise of wildlife and this harp playing from nowhere, you immediately notice that they're singing the song that Ectelio sung. Not anywhere near the level of sheer raw talent that just oozed from Ectelio, but the very fact that they're almost doing a cover version of what Ectelio sung. They make their way down into the middle, and everyone parts as the music comes in and out, and the creek. You can hear water. You look around to hear this, the small trickling of fountains and small becks running through the tavern. Hooray! Hello, I'm Bex. Small little river running through the tavern stream. That's the word I was looking for. And yeah, Pelios begins to perform, and it's beautiful, and there is a passion behind Pelios into this song. Can you all give me insight checks, except Althea?
Pink dice, come on.
8.
Wow.
Yes.
8.
Wow.
Yes.
There's
23.
23. Thank the lords of roleplay for that. Bjorn?
There he is, just trying to get a bit of ice off Bjorn for tea.
19.
19. Ray? Jesus. What dice? Dice?
Bad. Just bad.
Cool, we'll go with that. Faze and Bjorn. As the other three are clearly distracted by the many things going on in the room, you notice that Pelios is allowing too much emotion into the performance. And every now and then you catch the crack in the voice when they're beginning a particular sentence or a verse or going into the chorus. It's not as passionate and ambitious as it was when you heard them first trying to do it. But then you notice a tear or two begin to roll down Pelios's cheek. Now, from the song when Ectelio sung it, it was maybe a awe-inspiring tear would roll down a person's cheek, but at no point did you feel it was a song that was there to make you feel such emotions. Whereas Pelios is losing it. And as they get towards the third quarter of the song, their voice breaks completely. And they turn towards you, Faze, and just mouth the words, "I'm so sorry." And then runs their thumb across their throat like that.
No.
And blood just goes
No.
onto the floor. Pelios drops to their knees and collapses face forwards. Pelios then begins to form and shape and shift. Their arms become one with their torso, their legs become together, and the blood on the floor swirls as if a mind of its own and begins to entomb Pelios in this new merged form. And Pelios' form begins to stretch and twist and writhe until you see a 15-foot serpent, scales of sapphires and blue emeralds, if there is such a thing. All these different shapes of gemstones across the skin of this 15-foot serpent. Its head is massive. There are shocks of purple and blue lightning that appear all around this giant serpent. You can still hear the harp and the music as everyone around you just looks at this thing. They don't know if it's part of the performance. Some people are just a little bit shocked, red, like shaking and trembling in fear. The Minotaur on the door stepping forward, their axe in hand. The dog is the only thing that gives it away to most folk, mainly for Bjorn and Faze with their high insight. You see that the dog, the Black Mastiff, hairs are up, rigid, like lip up, snarling. The dog's ready. They do not like this enormous serpent. It just whips its head around at you all. People begin to scatter all around you. And as then it faces the ceiling, a torrent of lightning and sparks just rush from its mouth and absolutely ruin the ceiling above you. And before we roll initiative, we're going to have a break.
Yeah, great.
That's cool, thanks.
So, we got there in the fucking end. Right, we're going to have a quick break. During the break, you're going to see an advert for GSCon. That advert is a short video made by GSCon themselves of me advertising a cool little story to play D&D at the GSCon at the 6th and 7th of August. At the 6th and 7th of August? 6th and 7th of August in Manchester, GSCon. If you're going to go, please use the code EMRIS10. She's a brilliant She's a brilliant streamer, brilliant person. She plays on our Tuesday games. I love her bits, and you'll get 10% off your ticket if you use that code. She's a sponsor of the con. I can't wait to see her there, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her. And you'll also get to meet me doing a one-shot of D&D. Watch the little video, it's pretty cool. And come back, watch this fight after here. Anyway, right, let's have a break, because I need a drink. Din, 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 din. Break time. Boom. Hello, people. Right, we're back. So, a couple of things are going to happen. I'm going to move us over to roll 20.
Started the stream, I had a massive bit of pitters hanging out my mouth.
And I'll change the music and stuff. So, battle cam, shabam. There, right. Now, you should be able to see a ton of tokens that I'm going to get rid of some. So we got, these are all Coyote Grey tokens, by the way. So we got the rats, so let's get rid of them. Roll initiative.
Yeah, go.
Let's get rid of these. Get rid of you.
We're only level 3.
Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Leave
I
the
want to be
big
level
thing.
4. I want Sentinel.
Right, cool. As right, so I need to see. Yeah, that's cool. You can see. Everyone can see the map, I hope. The mimic chest. Yeah, I know. Right, let's get some beat everybody up music going.
Or we could not.
Been waiting for this fight.
For 7 sessions.
Why does this creature look strangely like a dragon?
No dragons in Colossus.
No dragons in Colossus.
Apart from the ones we all met.
It does remind me a little of...
You met dead dragons, the difference.
No dragons in Colossus anymore.
Does remind me a little of what's his face from Spirited Away. Forgot his name. The water dragon.
Oh yeah. I know what you're on about. How the hell? Hang on. You lot want to roll your initiatives?
No.
Cool.
I'm going to continue eating pepper.
That's fine. I'll just have the dragon. I mean serpent. I mean beholder.
Elios.
Wow, that is a hell of an initiative after that fantastic insight roll. I love it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nat 20!
Well done. You get to go first.
Straight out the door.
Bye bye.
Pulls out his toothpick and goes, nah. Runs.
Right, so let me
You're
move the
overly
tavern.
excited.
Let you do that.
Why are you doing that? What am I? Right. Boom. There we go. Right, so now that's better. Move you to turn order. Add turn.
Level 3 to kill a Tarask.
There's a concept behind it. But
I genuinely, they've done the Tarask dirty in 5th edition, and they've absolutely nerfed him. He's nowhere near challenge rating 30, and it really pisses me off.
Yeah, you don't use monsters out of the monster manual. Like all dragons are just giant lizards. Like they don't do anything that breathe fire on you now and then.
Find chibi tokens and make your own monsters.
Yes. Right. So, you're going into turn. Okay. Right. Turn. Where are you, little shitbag? There you go. Why have you not? I hate my life.
Am I in melee range?
Oh, there we go. You've all appeared. Are you in melee range? Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Oh, that's not where the sorcerer wants to be.
Dear.
That's not where the spellcaster goes.
jump
You're a
over a
sorcerer.
table.
It's okay.
Right, can I have Raya's initiative?
18.
Boom.
Hey.
Can I have Faze's initiative?
7.
Can I have Bjorn's?
21.
Can I have Velk's sketch?
16.
16. You were dead quiet there. 16. Etheria?
17.
17. Did you say 16, Velk?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I
cool.
so quiet?
A little bit.
Sketch. His name is Sketch.
Look, I'm taking Velk's initiative. You guys look out for Sketch, alright? Right, so I've just gone with roll 20. What's your dex, Bjorn?
Give me a second.
21.
Better than the creature.
+1.
Yeah, cool. I'll go first. Right, so the creature goes first. Yay! Look at you lot at the table. Yay! Right,
No.
it'll do. I'll tell you what. It used its breath weapon on the ceiling for dramatic effect. Let's see if it gets it back.
Ah.
I will use a reroll. I've got 2 on her.
Yeah.
I will use my last reroll.
Yeah, get him out of the way.
Fucking get it. 3 dice and I got a 6. Right, so it's going to breathe on all of you at the table. So can all of you give me a dexterity saving throw, please? As purple and blue lightning erupts from its very cute face. And cone of lightning's against you, not a line.
I'm going to use a reroll.
Cool.
You said dex save.
Yes, please.
I might use another reroll.
We have 5 left currently.
I forced it, mate. So if you do the same, I don't mind.
Yeah. Right, I've used 3 rerolls. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I
No,
got
we
a
have like 7.
Right, so
I got a 19.
cool. So 19. What did you get, Faze?
19.
Velk?
I got 17.
Althea?
Not here.
You're not here.
No,
Cool.
she
Haven't
hasn't
entered
entered
yet.
the building. 14.
Okay. Etheria?
I get to add up all my rerolls, don't I?
I mean,
So we got another 2 from Biggie.
but you
Thanks.
can't. You're cool. Cheers, Biggie. You're supposed
I
to be
got
using
18
this
in-
on your education.
18.
18. So,
Yep.
everyone's taking half damage except Rhea. Hang on, let me do Simbaroon.
Could we have,
Thank you,
Oh my
Biggie.
god.
I think,
I'm
4
gonna-
for the party?
I'm going to use a
None
different
for
D20. So, everyone. So, Rhea, Alexio, and Simba fail. The other 4 succeed. So, you take.
Shaking pita bread out my hair.
So. Oh, I can't do that.
See the fear on Hannah's face.
I'm a druid. I'm very squishy.
Wild chip, Hannah. Wild chip.
So,
Well, I was planning on it.
those. So, except Rhea, you take 10 points of damage. So, Rhea, you take 20 points of damage.
Oh my god, okay.
It's for life.
As this.
I
like,
have
I hope
one
so.
apple left.
An apple left. As this static lightning roars from its mouth in a cone shape across there, scorching the table and chairs and such, it kind of then just sways drunkenly. And that's Bjorn, you're up. Don't worry, mate. You've got frosty armor on you.
I have not. The 10 points were my 10 hit points. The frost is gone.
Does it take damage or is it only a melee?
It is only a melee.
Okay, cool.
Um,
You have to keep me noted with that stuff, mate, because I don't know Warlocks very well.
no worries. Okay.
Or Rogues. Or... Being a Barbarian, I don't know.
Okay.
Come at me, Frosty.
All right.
You miss. I don't care
Okay.
what you roll.
First things first, then, I am going to.
Why don't you do it second?
As a bonus action, I am going to cast Hexblade's Curse.
Ooh. Is that just an auto on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So the target is cursed for a minute. I gain a bonus to damage rolls.
Is that the necrotic damage stuff? Is this the one that gives it a disadvantage on something, or is this just damage?
No, this is just bonus to damage, better crit, and I regain hit points
Cool.
if it dies while the curse is on it. Okay, so with that, after Hexblade's Curse,
What's your initiative, Althea?
I will roll it now. 8.
8.
I'll see you in a round.
okay, I am going to cast Branding Smite. As a
Cool.
well, no, that's a
And
bonus
you just
action.
done your hex.
Yeah, I have. Alright, I'm just going to hit it.
I mean,
Ah,
you're
with-
level 3, mate. Stuff's not that deep.
Cool.
The combos he's rocking out.
I was wondering what I was like. You're a level 3 warlock, just Eldritch Blast it.
Oh, not that kind of warlock. Okay, that is going to be a. There we go. 23 to hit.
Misses. If you mean miss is a hit.
Okay,
Maybe.
cool.
Yeah.
So that is
Face
gonna
then. I
be-
just caught myself. But
What's Althea doing? For some reason, she just don't go in the tavern.
They're like, no.
I forgot
she
something.
hears Bjorn shout, 23 doesn't hit, and she doesn't go in.
Just go find yourself some more adventurers. Odysseus got loads of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and hang out with Odysseus. Me, Odysseus, and
Going
Remy.
to be.
Take your Remy with me.
Nice. Okay, so 10 plus 5 plus 2 because of the hex. So it's, yeah, it's going to be 17 points of damage
Cool.
from the hex.
I love this.
From the
this,
battle axe.
this dark, disabled dark, not disabled dark mode. I like this dark mode. Cool. So as your battle axe slashes into its scales, you see the entire serpent go a shade of violet as you hit it, and then it goes back to its blues and purple gemstony scales.
That's my thing.
And that's the end of my go.
It's Mr. Moo. The Minotaur kind of stands at the, pushes the door open. And says, "Everybody out!" And just stands at the door as the civilians, we'll call them that, use all their movement to not be in a tavern with a death snake.
Hey, get back here!
But the dog, aka Dog, stands with Big Cow, and they stand at the doorway. As that door opens, Althea, you can see inside. You see Bjorn engaged with a 17 foot gemstone encrusted serpent of lightning.
Nice.
Rhea.
They literally just died.
Okay.
It's not the time. This is not the time.
Any particular shade of violet? Yeah, Palmer.
The worst kind.
The worst
Yeah,
kind.
the worst kind of fun.
You can all get out.
They're the
Oh,
most-
they're horrible, Anna.
It's like eating
They are
soul
delicious.
I
after
quite like.
licking your own ring piece.
There are
Quite
better
like Palmer
sweets.
violets.
Why pick them if there is another option? Like,
Palmer violets are fucking delicious.
They're
You can all
horrible.
do one.
No.
Palmer violets are great.
I don't want to eat purple chalk.
Well, then
Purple
don't eat
chalk.
them.
Purple chalk. No, sorry.
Bonus action, wild shape, giant poisonous snake.
Giant poisonous snake. I've got one of them.
Bonus action.
Have I? No, I don't. Oh, I do. You can turn. There you go. You're a two-headed snake.
Two-headed snake, but I do have one head. Just so Shat knows. Just the one. Now a body.
Are you medium or are you large? I think you're large. Yeah. You a large?
Ooh.
Large as a snake, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, medium.
Medium.
Really?
Medium.
Cool.
Giant poisonous snake is classed as a medium beast.
Cool. You got your stats here.
I do.
Lovely. So that's your bonus action.
Yes, that is my bonus action. And I'm gonna hit his bitch and move up to the not dragon
Hiss his
serpent
bitch.
dragon thing.
I think you can move. Are you what? You're
I
gonna just
cannot.
run into it.
Yeah, literally.
Because, yeah, you
and...
can't move the snake. Cause, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just going to chomp down on it. That'd be great.
Okay.
That'll be a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Beautiful. So that'll be. Could you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
24.
That's fine. You pass. So you take 8 piercing damage and.
Welcome to Latoria. Where everything's got super high
5 points of poison damage, please.
Ooh, raiders, hi!
Your fangs sink into the gem-encrusted lightning serpent. We got raiders at Lost Ark.
11 of them.
Hey, competent
Hello.
cast. Welcome, how do you do? Enjoy yourselves. These lot are trying to kill a very dangerous looking chibi.
And then that's me done. Thanks.
That's you done?
Yeah.
Cool. Next up we have... It's got to be a shortcut for this. I should learn more Roll20 stuff. Right, so... Din, 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 din.
Hey.
It is Etheria. Go, Dragonborn, go!
Etheria is gonna crouch slightly. I'm gonna draw the sword and try and strike it in one hit from the draw.
Oh, yeah, like any good sorcerer.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. At the same time, I'm gonna cast Misty Step as I hit it. And
Oh, nice. Is that your bonus action? What, so
That
you,
will
are
go
you
down.
going to, like, Misty Step that way through it, like full-on samurai?
How far can I go that way?
30 feet, I think.
It's 30 feet,
Misty
innit?
Step, yeah. So far, so you're there, 5, 10, 15, that'd be 20. So you could literally do the whole anime dash forward slash with your sorcerer melee
Yeah.
God,
skills.
please.
Another 10 feet more to get me some range on it.
Okay. And then you're hitting it on the way, like do the whole. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yep.
I shall
Using a
allow
reroll.
it.
Reroll. I've got to actually hit the thing, otherwise it's just
Yeah,
not
just-
as cool.
No, just swinging wildly.
Ponies are involved. We need a separate pool.
Shout you're a wizard, everyone will forgive you.
I'm a sorcerer. That would be a 17 to hit.
17 justice.
Phew. So I'm drawing it from the scabbard, so it's going to be one-handed.
Okay.
Because it's quite hard to draw a sword two-handed, I guess.
You do you.
That is an amazing 4 points of slashy damage.
Ooh. Oh, I'm opening emails. Why am I doing that? Get off there. Where's my Roll20? How much for that for?
4 points. And I'm now 20 feet away from it on the other side, or however.
You're 10
in,
feet away from it.
in a really strong,
5,
like sword
10,
out stance.
15-ish. Well, I love it. That's badass. Not bad for a sorcerer. Tune in
Yeah.
next week when they cast a spell. I suppose Misty Step will let you have that. Right. Velk, Sketch, Brian, whoever you are right now, it's your turn.
Release
I'll,
Brian!
I'm gonna hold my little dagger up to the serpent. I'm like, look at him, look at me, look at you, look at him. He's just had your pants down, sunshine. And our bardic inspiration on a
The serpent. On the theory. Pick a colour.
Me pick a colour?
Yeah.
Olive green.
Pink.
Oh, you got bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Mustard.
Thank you, Sketch.
That'll be my
It's
bonus
just
action.
had your pants down. I want to put that on a t-shirt, but we might get that. People are going to be.
That's my bonus action. And
Alright.
for my action, I will cast Dissident Whispers. After I finish this, he's just had your pants down. And I'll lean in and be like, you got nothing.
When you say lean in, you're 20 feet away from
Exactly.
Not going to lean in the direction of the other
I
thing.
did not
it.
stutter.
Is it a save or an attack or
It is a save, a
Of?
wisdom save of 14.
14?
Then he
Takes
passes.
half?
Nope.
Or is it just a. Okay.
On a successful save. Oh, in fact, it could be actually. Oh, I thought it was nothing.
I
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
don't
on
know
a
about
successful save.
Barbarian or nothing, alright?
I read nothing. I read it on the one. So, a successful save, the target takes half as much damage. It
Okay.
doesn't have to move away. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So it takes.
Don't worry, I'm here for you, Ted. I'm here for you.
I thought low level spells didn't really have that sort of stuff in them.
You're the guy I come to for this shit.
Yeah. It takes so 7 half, so it'll
So
be
3.
3 points of damage.
Cool.
Psychic damage.
Psychic. Yeah, it writhes around as you just whisper from 20 feet away, and that magical whisper. Right, Right, Simba's turn, unless you've got what else spoke.
I will.
You gonna move?
No, I'll stay there.
Cool. Simba will stare at the creature and the blood on the floor that it absorbed to become said creature. Look around at you, a lot of magic flying around, arcane whispers, briefly on the air, coming past Simba's ears, and a frosty Viconian slamming an axe into it, and some sort of anime dragonborn rose amethyst sorcerer flying around with a katana. We'll be like, oh, holy shit, and just run up onto the bar, jump over the bar, and then fling 2 throwing axes at the creature. One of them will go somewhere.
I catch
and the
the
other
axe.
one will follow it. So Simba jumps, skids across the bar, down onto the other side of the bar, pops up, 2 throwing axes, and they both just hit the creature handle first, doing nothing, and just fall on the floor. Simba goes,
I give them a thumbs up.
yeah. Alexio. I need to check what I made, Alexio. Yeah, there we go. Alexio will come rushing in next to the snake, kind of move their way around the snake, and just bring the shield over their shoulder and just like kind of get into a hunkered position and just scream at the creature, "Fight me!" with a nat 20. Oh, Alexio!
Nice.
And his mighty longsword. What's longsword? D8?
Yeah, D8 one-handed, D10 two-handed.
It's definitely one. All right, Althea, calm yourself.
I've got one.
I shit you not. Double 8s.
Oh, piss off.
Nice.
16 plus strength. He shouts, "Fight me!" at this creature, and as this creature's head just sort of whips round, he slams his longsword into it. It takes a massive chunk of this gem-crusted flesh. It scatters across the floor, and as you see it scatter across the floor, by the time it finishes, it is just a green and blue piece of material akin to that Pelios was wearing as it writhes around in pain. And beneath the Corinthian helmet, there is a look of shock on Alexio's face as he's never hit anything as sweet in his entire life. He's probably going to retire after this. Right, Althea, this is the round you miss. Fizz? Althea, you run to the door and you get in the doorway. I can't, well, I've done with. So you're in the doorway. That's where you get to on that turn to join the fray. Yeah?
Yeah.
Minotaur and Dog let you in. Fizz, it's your turn.
Ooh, okay. Well, I think I should be, closer on the basis that I'm supposed to be closer. So, fairish. Can I have a charisma save off Snake Boy, please?
What, that Raya or on me?
You.
Yeah, okay.
Why would I be hurting Raya?
Snake, I don't know, you lot weird. Charisma?
Charisma save.
Yeah, I'll think about it. 10.
Okay. 10. Right, the save was 12. I've cast Bane.
Oh, nice.
So must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from an attack roll or saving throw.
Yep.
I assume you know that.
I know the
And
main
that-
stuff. I see it a lot.
That is
Bastards.
all I can do.
So you've run into combat and cast Bane?
Yes.
Cool. So now it's turn. Does it get its mighty death breath back? No, it's not. Right. It will what? What is going on? Mute yourself.
Don't know.
Whoever that is. The creature now surrounded by Alexio, Raya in snake form, Bjorn with mighty axe and Faze coming over and baning it. Ignores the throwing axe person. Has no idea where the Super Samurai Super Scion. Yeah. Dragonborn went. And a Golden Warrior has turned up. It will first attack. Slam out at Bjorn.
You can reroll mine.
I don't need to.
No, he can't. He's
No, he can't.
used
He
all
used
his.
two.
He used both of them.
I don't need. You don't want me. Well, you do want me to reroll it because it's very good. No, you take 20 points of damage
Oof.
as it bites down on you with a nat 20. Its
Okay.
teeth sink into you, and as it opens its mouth, you see glistening sapphire fangs just bite into you, and electricity rushes down those fangs and into the wounds. Its tail then whips out at Alexio. and does 7 points of bludgeoning damage to Alexia. And then sort of scoots around again, looking everywhere, glowing blue lightning eyes, looking around at the fight. It's now your turn, Bjorn.
Okay, having taken that much damage, then I am going to release
The beast.
the vengeance of Costo. You see, or anyone watching sees Bjorn's eyes start to glow with a crystal white blue energy, and as they do so, huge dragon-like wings, incorporeal, start to sprout from his back and spread and shine light around the room, giving a glow like sun through the heart of a glacier. And he weaves his hands in front of him and casts Branding Smite. But that is...
Is that all you can do?
That is actually the end of my go.
So you've done... So I will put on some Costo stuff. There you go.
Thank you.
Vengeance. Mr. Moo and Dog, they look at each other, a little bit confused. And run down here. And Dog will run with.
Sorry, I do apologise. Can I fly 30 feet up in the air, please?
No, you can fly about 15.
Unless you want to go through the ceiling.
You can look at it in
cool.
the face.
And look it in the face, yeah.
Yeah, I'll fly up.
Cool, so I'm sure there's some wings on here somewhere. There you go. Right, you're 15 feet, remember that, yeah? Because I won't. So, it's less of you need your wings to flap and more like Superman, but you just happen to have stuff. Right, so Minotaur will run over there. Minotaur will attack with giant axe and just smash into the gem encrusted. Dog will bite. Well done, Dog.
Go, Dog.
I do 4 points of damage.
Swear to God, if Dog dies, that's it.
So,
Wait.
as the Minotaur door guard and the Mastiff run over, one slams the axe, the other one dives on and bites into it. You can hear a cracking of teeth and gem scale as the dog bites into it. Rhea, it's now your turn.
Chomp. I want to chomp down on this.
Bitey?
Fantastic. That will be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Cool. Okay. Constitution save, please.
4 plus 4, 8.
Haha, you fail.
Okay.
So you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
8. 12, and then 12 points of poison damage, please.
12 points of poison? Jesus.
12 points of poison.
Man. So yeah, your venom pumps into it, and you, when you bite through, your fangs go through the encrusted shell and bite into some sort of soft, fleshy material. Is that your turn?
It is. That is pretty much all I can do while being a creature.
Anime Sorcerer Dragonborn, go!
I turn around from my sword out stance
Do
and I
exactly the same.
cast. So, yeah, I missed a step back in. No,
Yeah.
I cast Chaos Bolt.
Oof. Is that an attack?
It is, I believe.
Yes, I think it is, and then you do like random dice,
It's
random damage flavour, is
Yeah,
it?
it's 2d8, and one of the d8s decides the damage you get to choose, and then it's plus a d6.
Yes.
So 2d8, 1d6. Pick a d8, that's the damage on the table.
That's 17 to hit.
17 just hits. As your Chaos Bolt is manifested, and the light and pleasantness around you dims for a moment as you absorb it.
Ooh, I've rolled. I thought I rolled well then until I looked at the d6. That's not as good. But that will be. I'm going to go with poison damage.
Okay.
And that will be 15 poison damage. As Chaos Bolt slams into this thing.
Damn. Your chaos bolt races that 15-20 feet across the bar from where you are, slams into it, and you can see a huge acidic burn mark across its gems as they all look like they've been superheated and then decayed from your poison bolt.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that'll be it.
You staying where you are?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well-
I'll stay there and I'll just put my sword back in its scabbard. After
Okay.
I flick up blood.
Yeah, I like it. Just wiping it on some dead, dead rat. Go on, Volk.
Look up at Bjorn. I was like, I thought you were brown bread for a second there, Sunshine, but you've certainly picked yourself up. And I'll heal him word in.
Cool.
I'll do it at level 2.
Ooh, get a bit spicy. Surely only Mike. It's gravy time.
Takes 9 points of healing.
9 points of healing.
Thank you.
Lonely rivers flow.
Take their microphone. Sorry.
And then I'll be I'll be like, right, now get yourself back in a fight so we can meet back here and tumble down a sink. And I'll bardic inspiration him as well.
Stay off Google. Pick a colour. Beyond. In your own time.
Blue.
The hardest questions in D&D.
I am colourblind.
Yeah, but you still know what they are.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I might just to be a bastard pick a different one every time.
I won't know.
Brilliant.
I genuinely won't know.
It'll be that in joke, mate, where I get in trouble. Right, so
Is there any windows towards the fireplace area of the bar?
towards the fireplace, as in on the wall where the
No,
fireplace is.
click. Like, I can't, so if I, like, for example, if I move that way,
Yeah.
is there any windows that way?
On this wall here, where I'm pinging.
Yeah.
No, that's solid wall, but there's windows like here
Okay.
on the western wall, mate. There's no window on the north wall. There's windows on the western
There's
wall.
it, yeah. Like, so the wall line I'm stood. So, like, if I move here, is there
Yeah.
a window over here, or is there a window like next to me?
On the west wall, yes.
So where I'm, is it where I'm stood now? Can I move to where the window is?
Yeah, it's right next to you on your left.
It's cool.
If
Is
you
it
look
open?
No.
Okay, cool. I'll open it next time. Yeah, time.
Okay.
Let's meet up.
I mean, it's not a solid window. You can literally just push it open.
Yeah,
It's-
that's cool.
I mean, feel free to throw yourself through it, but cannonball! See you later, sunshine. Hello, me darlings. Hello. All right, I've lost it. All right, cool. So you walked up there. Right, Simba's turn now. Simba is like, oh shit. Pulls 2 more throwing axes. Oh, this is a nice dance. For fuck's sake. There we go. 1 axe throws into it, and he quickly throws a 2nd axe behind it. There's a mighty 6 damage. Does anybody know what this is? He just shouts at everyone. Alexio's like, fight me! And just slams his sword into it again. Right, he will carry on shouting, fight me. Althea, go. You've come running in. Everything's going off. There's a 15-foot circle. Beyond's flying around everywhere. There's chuffing glowing crap coming out from everyone. That's a very technical Dungeon Master description.
Stuffing glowing crap.
Yeah. Just being flung by monkeys across the thing. Phaser's running. There's like sort of dark energies all around this serpent creature that don't look as if it's been created of its own. There is a pink dragonborn in the bottom corner, just like pew 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 pew. Unfortunately, you missed the dash of death.
Oh, I feel like I was there in the spirit.
You got the Minotaur and the dog fighting down here. The only 2 things that you can see that are not taking part in the fight, or 3 things, is an old man at the top here, with the young lass with the dark black hair, and a cat with a blue eye and an orange eye.
Okay.
And they're just staying out of the fight over there.
Okay. I'm just going to steam in, and as I'm running, I'll get my shield out and pull my sword, and just take a look at Bjorn in the air and just go, what the fuck? And then swing my sword.
Cool.
I thought I'd had a day. And yeah, swing my longsword. Some dice. On a 25 to hit.
25 hits, and Bjorn, give yourself 7. No. 20. Give yourself 7 hit points back.
Okay.
The Bane would have reduced the nat 20 below 20. Nat 20, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So I'd have still hit you, but even with a 4,
have had the crit
but it
damage.
wouldn't have been a crit. So yeah, my bad. So you only took 13 instead of 20.
11 slashing damage.
11 slashing damage.
And I will action surge.
Action surge.
Action
As you
surge.
action surge, there are things about your race that happen. So your eyes go pure fire, like not flames flicking off them, like you have orbs of fire for eyes. Like you had a pure glass ball and there was, just a fucking sun within them. That's what your eyes look like right now.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, my eyes start glowing, and sort of it kind of radiates my skin as well. Like every kind of, like when I open my
Every
mouth,
pore.
it's just gold. Like it's like radiating from my
Alright, you show us.
soul, as it were. Been waiting
I'm
for
a
this
bad,
moment
don't
to
you
know
know?
what's gonna
Every time I
happen
open my mouth, it's gold.
now. Gold. Yeah. So second attack for my action surge is a 21.
Yep, your sword. Second attack as you call upon your surge of action.
10 slashing damage plus 3 radiant damage, and then everything within 10 feet of me at the end of my turn takes another 2 radiant damage.
Everything within 10 feet of you.
Yep, sorry guys.
Cool. So is
Alright.
that the end of your turn?
Yes.
So beyond you don't, you're
Take-
15
yeah.
feet away, but
Yeah.
Dog, the creature, and Minotaur do.
Just glowing.
Oh yeah, 15 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only damage the dog has took is from a friend.
If you kill that dog,
I am very emotional.
Round 3. The creature, surrounded by lots of things it doesn't like, does not get its breath weapon back. Who's doing the most to it? Does not like Pinky. Does not like Bjorn.
who's Pinky?
You. Although Snake is doing a lot. Right, it's going to bite the snake. Snake's put a lot of poison into it. Head whips around, sapphire teeth, fangs shred
No
down
teeth.
towards
Whose rules?
17, Raya, to hit the snake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. 14 points of piercing damage on the snake.
So Rhea transforms back into herself and lays unconscious on the floor.
Cool.
No.
When you said that made it sound like she's like conscious and just lays down and
Yeah, she just
unconscious,
turns back into
like-
herself and goes, you know what?
just lays down and gives up.
Strategically,
possum?
it's better if I lay on the floor. Yeah. So Raya is currently sparked out on the floor. The tail whips round, slams in 2. You're just too far away, you little pink bastard. However, it does
do I
some
look
sort
like-
of parkour shit where its head's at the bottom and its tail's up in the air as it slams into Bjorn, or attempts to. Oh, that's shit. 16.
16 does hit. Yeah.
Oh shit. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And it spins around looking around for more people to attack. As it's your turn, Bjorn, you just get slapped in the face by a gem encrusted tail.
Okay. Flying up in the air then, shining the bright white blue light over everything, the branding smite already cast on my axe, I am going to strike at it.
Okay.
Because of the amount of people attacking it, Any kind of advantage?
That is horrendous. Because of the amount of people attacking it.
But some DMs do flanks.
Because of where I am, it's effectively surrounded now.
Is it?
All right, I will fly over it.
You'll fly through it. Now you have advantage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I mean, I thought, 4 NPCs were enough, but, if you need it beyond, you know what I mean? Mighty beyond, you know what I mean?
Until I get my con bonus back.
Yeah, fair, I'll give you that.
Oof, yeah, thank you. I needed that. That's a 2 and a 19, which, because of the Hexblade's curse, counts as a crit.
Cool.
So, there we go. So, double the dice, not the number.
Yeah, double the dice. The number of dice you roll.
Cool. Ooh, nice.
Which will obviously carry over to the smite as well, I think, because in the smite like a D8 or something.
Branding smite at this level is 2d6.
So you'd roll 4d6. 4d6.
Awesome. Give me a second, move those 2 out of the way. Yeah, ha! Okay, cool. Right. So, 10, 19, 24, 30, 35, 36, plus 5 for the bonus, so 41, plus the 2 because of Hexblade's curse, 43, plus the additional 2 radiant damage because my eyes are glowing and my wings are out. I think that's... Oh, sorry.
You don't have
3
wings,
damage.
You don't have wings, do you?
I've got wings.
Okay.
Dragon-like draconic wings.
Yep.
So that is... What did I just get to? 40...
7, I think you finished on.
Yeah. 47 points of damage.
What?
Cool. It stares at you as you fly past it and just slam into it. You put this branding smite, the vengeance of Costor, your actual heritage bloodline, and the mighty axe gifted to you as a patron of Costor, and you slam into it, and an arm with blue pale skin and blue and green cloth flies off into the distance and slams against the back wall as this creature writhes around in pain and ignores everyone but you.
I think you're upset.
You got anything else?
That is the end of my go.
Cool. Manitor will jump up, seeing encouraged by the mighty Bjorn, and slam its axe into the floor as Dog uses the axe to jump up into the air. And actually fucking bites it. What the fuck?
Please get 10 feet away from me,
4
Dog.
points
Please.
of damage. You see the dog do some parkour off the massive great axe of the Minotaur and slam into it. Raya, death saving throw.
14.
14, you succeed. Etheria.
Pink bish time.
You see Bjorn just turn into an absolute angel of death with draconic wings.
Wow. I thought I did cool stuff this fight. I am going to...
You did it with Misty Step. He dumped every cooldown into it.
I'm going to think back to my teachings and my magic and stuff, and I am going to dump a couple of my new sorcery points into a quicken spell to cast a level 2 Chaos Bolt at the same time as releasing Ray of Frost at the thing.
What level are they?
Ray of Frost is a cantrip.
Cool.
I believe.
Yeah,
yes. Cantrip and a level 2 Chaos Bolt.
Okay. And you're quickening it to use it as a bonus action?
Yes. So I'll do Chaos Bolt first.
Why are you quickening it?
To make it a bonus action.
So that
Oh, because you.
cast two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're both actions.
Ignore that.
Yep. That would be a 21 to hit on Chaos Bolt.
21 hits.
And that's an extra d6 on that because I'm doing level 2. So this will be acid damage,
Okay.
which is 8, 9, 14 acid damage. Followed by a Ray of Frost with 21 to hit
Your Ray of Frost lands.
for an extra 2 cold damage.
Ooh. Mighty.
It's that little sting on the end.
Just here's a Chaos Bolt and a slap. Right, your Chaos Bolt and your Ray of Frost just kind of intertwine with one another as they slam into the creature, poisoning all around its skin, and the Ray of Frost just for an added bit of frostbite. You know what I mean? In the fleshy bits. And as it does that, you can see where the gems are kind of falling away, turning to dust as the scales of the creature hit the deck, and you see that like writhing, twisted, fleshy, pale blue form of what used to be Pelios. Sketch. Are you off for a window?
Oi, wicked witch! Less snoozing, more bruising. Get yourself up. And healing word. You take 7 points of healing.
Right, so you are now conscious, Raya, with 7 hit points, but you are still prone on the floor.
I will use my bonus action to drag a chair. Like, do you know the chair that's there?
Yeah.
I'll drag it this
Isn't
way.
healing word a bonus action?
Yeah.
Alright, then I use my action, whichever one it is.
Well, I was going to say you'll struggle to pull the chair with your bonus. Anyway, so you pull the chair.
And then I'll stand on it and kind of just hold the window like that as I'm stood on the chair. just to oversee the room.
You just want to stand on the windowsill.
Yeah, just like that.
Like
looking out.
What, like 1 foot up, knee up type thing? Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Sinbad in it. I understand. Alright, I'm with you. Alright.
Just good perch.
We've all just been watching too much cartoons now, alright? It's got a bit weird, kids. Right, so, is that your go, Velk?
Yeah.
Right, Simba will...
Realise he's outclassed in this fight.
Well, he's there with one of his mates, you're there with 5, so yeah.
A bird
It's
snapping.
running out of throwing axes. Oh, fuck it. And he jumps over.
Throw some glasses.
Here, quick, drink this. And he passes you a potion. And because he uses his action to give you the potion, you get the full effects of it. So you get 12, is it? 2d4 plus 2? 10. You get 10 points of
2d4 plus
healing.
4.
2d4 plus 4, so yeah, you get 12. You get 12 points of healing back as he just glugs the potion into your mouth. Assuming you take the healing potion and don't spit it out and go, no, I will face this creature with 7 hit points. But it's your call, Ray. And once they've done that, he'll jump back over the bar. Take cover with me.
That shit.
Yes. Take cover. He shouts at you.
I yeet myself over the bar. Thank you.
When on your turn, you can yeet away.
That is exactly a preempting.
Cool. Alexio will look around. This won't fight me. And then we'll move around here. So they're now opposite Althea. Stands on the bar and just slams into it. Fight me! Advantage because of Althea. You. Oh, hang on. 13. Sword just off the creature. But it's a decent cut, just not enough to hurt. Althea.
Muted. Echo.
Hello.
Echo. Echo here, please, between Rhea and the other one, Alexio. Oh, yeah, lovely.
Boom.
And then I will attack Am I getting advantage because of Alexia where I am?
You are indeed. It'd be funny if he did. Nah, I don't want to help them.
Dice.
Technically, Bjorn as well, because they're kind of flying in others, isn't it?
Yeah. 17 to hit.
17 just hits.
Ooh. 12 slashing damage.
As your sword bites, how would one like to dispatch this creature?
Hey.
Just literally slice its head off like Hercules did to the Hydra. Just
Who's this
head
Hercules?
clean
you
off.
speak? Yeah.
I don't know.
As
Not
the-
entirely who
Don't
my
talk
character's
about
based on.
So cool. As the serpent whips round, as it recognises your blows coming towards it, it whips round to face you, and as it kind of comes towards you, you kind of just take like a half knee and a turn, and just slice with your sword, and it just cuts through, and you hear the more cracking of brittle stone rather than hardened diamonds and gemstones. As you cut through your sword, you feel flesh. You've cut a person's head off before in the arena, and you feel that bite into flesh, cut through the clipping of spinal cord, and then out the other side. As all in one swift motion, the creature collapses to the floor in dust and broken and brittle stone. That some of the rubble's got little glints of gemstone in it, more the blues and some of the greens, and you see in there a headless Pelios, cut, bruised, stabbed, scorched, poisoned, bit, and just kind of a pile of heavily dead Pelios.
What the fuck, guys?
I don't know.
And
What on earth happened here?
Dragged a finger across his own throat and turned into a giant snake. Anyone got anything to add to that?
There was a gnome.
There was a no.
There was no
Right.
gnome here.
No, tried to kill a pink fairy
What?
at Telio's guild house. I think we need to sit down.
Oh, there's a dead guy on the floor.
Well, he's very dead. What would you like to do with him?
Rhea, are you okay?
No. And she just kind of stands up very slowly, kind of hobbles over to a chair and just sits.
do you still bear wounds, Rhea?
A few scratches, but it's more mental wounds of I
I'm
basically
gonna,
died.
I'm gonna fly down next to Rhea and place my hand on her shoulder and use healing hands. So Rhea gets an additional 3 hit points.
How does that manifest?
The glow from my eyes shines brightly, and my hand glows as well on their shoulder, and that would probably be the end of the minute as well. So as that glow fades, so does the glow from my eyes, and the wings retract. But you do gain an additional 3 hit points, right?
That's exactly what I needed. Thank you.
Am I still glowing, AD? How does that stop?
You are no longer glowing. It was more a reactive than a manifestation.
Where's the Minotaur gentleman? Sorry, I don't know your name.
Just call me what you want. What was what just happened there? Dog, you all right? Dog's like just milking it. Fuck all. There's like a little bit of blood on the ear. Like touch me.
I'm gonna go over and scratch the dog.
Minotaur does not get in the way. They're like,
Stop.
just can you do the same thing to dog?
You are a good girl. You are a
I'm gonna
good
go and
boy.
scritch the
Well done.
Minotaur.
Minotaur, that back leg starts going.
If it's all right with you, I'd like to go and search Helios's room.
Do what you want. Just make sure there's no more of them. Like You see the old guy with the young lass in the dark hair behind. She's holding the cat, and he's like, "Is everything okay?"
Couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Please, before you go upstairs, perhaps we should send someone for Alexander.
Oh, you do that. I'm gonna go search his room.
Cool.
I will go to Ectelio's guild house.
So Bjorn's off to Ectelio's. Who's going where? Who's doing what?
Being already up half the stairs, I'll probably go with Faze to check out the room.
So Faze upstairs, Etheria upstairs. Bjorn, where are you going?
Ectelio's, yeah.
Raya?
Just
Vibing.
I'm not needed anywhere. I'm going
vibing?
to painfully vibe.
Painfully.
I'm gonna yell back down the stairs. I'm going, can someone check his pockets?
What's left of them? But yeah,
I go and check pockets.
yeah. Literally, Raya's doing the most painful cardboard box ever again. A little fish. Valk, what are you doing? Cannonballing out the window.
I was about to say, if anybody looks round, there's just an open window flapping. where Sketch was stood.
Althea?
With Bjorn.
Cool.
Do you high five yourself first?
Yeah, no, we're both going. The Altheas are going with Bjorn. We're going to flank him like bodyguards.
So as Bjorn and Althea head up towards Ectelio's, there's no sign of Sketch. Faze, Raya, and Etheria. Raya, you're downstairs. Simba, Alexio, Minotaur, Dog, Cat with funny eyes, young lass, and Grandpapa all stay downstairs. Faze and Etheria, you go upstairs. So as you go upstairs, you go straight to the room. I'm assuming that Pelios was in.
No reason to look anywhere else. Yeah.
Cool. Well, there's a few. You go in there, and the room is ransacked, like completely and utterly. The mattress is flipped over, the bed's been moved, the drawers are all empty, and there's stuff on the floor, like a few extra clothes and that. Obviously, Pelios was in hiding and preparing to try and run away, so there's not a vast amount of things. But his pack was, like, the way it's arranged, it looks like it was full, and then someone's emptied all of it on the floor around it, like, obviously looking for something. Do you wish to look further?
Yes. I'd like to look for any indications of who was here, and anything that might give us clues as to the identity of the other members of the troop that we're looking out for.
Cool. Give me a investigation roll. Etheria, are you helping?
Yep.
Advantage, please, Fizz.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's much, much better. Thank you for the advantage. 20.
20?
Without advantage, it was 7.
Cool. As you are looking through Pelios's things, you find that there are, travelling garb, and there's like ration kits and stuff. They were clearly getting ready to do, and there's like packs of food that they've bought and dried food to take along with them. There is a stiletto knife that is in a like velvet sheath that is just kind of cast aside. Clearly, whoever was ransacking the place didn't care. The more and more you look around the place, it doesn't look like a third party was in here ransacking the place. It's like Pelios did it. There's no breaking, there's nothing here. The time between you being downstairs, they'd have had to come in upstairs. You didn't see anyone go up and down the stairs that remotely caught your eye. Unless the pixie did it, because you've no idea what happened at Ectelio's. So, for all you know, the pixie could still be upstairs, but there's no sign. There is a very small sprinkle of gold dust near the bed area, which matches some of the glitterings that were from the pixie. Other than that, whoever was in the room did the ransacking, so either the pink pixie or Pelios. You do find a piece of parchment that seems to be unfolded, not ripped or anything, although the way it's kind of twisted and shaped, it's like someone's it's like trying to rip leather. Like they've twisted it and torn it and tried to rip it, but it's just withstood anyone's like physical might to rip this piece of parchment that's just kind of cast amongst a few clothes on the on the bed. Sorry. Looking around, you kind of piece the things together between yourselves, like on your 20. it does appear that Pelios definitely erupted in here for some reason.
Nothing. What's on the paper?
There is a glyph, and that glyph. Give me an Arcana check.
Can I look at it as well?
Yes. Are you both doing separate, or are you helping one another?
I suspect that Etherea's may be better. So Etheria being the sorcerer, I'll ask them to take a look, and I'll help.
Well role played, Fizz. Doing an
Etheria being
Arcana
a
check.
sorcerer?
Can we go find a wizard? You're a
The sorcerer's
teacher.
with me.
You're a teacher, Fizz. You know all things, might you? And math.
That would be a 19.
The mark on the piece of parchment, it's just a single mark, there's no wording, just this. The more it takes shape, like when you look at it and kind of tilt it, Phase will kind of point at certain angles of it, and you kind of hold it, and once you've pissed about with the parchment that's been tugged and pulled around and stuff, there are two things that point out to you. It is a single word. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the word is familiar to you from when you were very, very young, Etheria. And of your time when you first realised that your magic was connected to a place not of light. The ink used, you know it to be something called the blood of shadows. And if you give me a history check, I'll tell you the word.
I'm going to take a reroll.
What are you using?
Yeah. That'd be 16.
Okay. You alright, love? Okay. You sit on the edge of the bed and you stare at it and stare at it, and you start to make connections about, you know, when your talents first arose and how you were told where you draw from and stuff like this, and how to manifest that into actual like arcane ability. You work out that it is the blood of shadows, and it is an ink. It's an actual ink. It's just called the blood of shadows, and it is used in arcane things to do with your bloodline and where you pull your magic from. Okay. And the word, as you concentrate and concentrate, the way it's shaped is more of an insignia. And the word that manifests in your mind is Everdark.
Everdark.
Yes.
Do I know any connotations to that? Or?
Other than, you know, it being like you're fully aware, especially in like like cool words like Windrunner and stuff like this, you know, it could be that, it could just be like the blood of shadows. Everdark could just be another thing, but that's the word, and it's got it's less of a letter and more of, like I say, like a symbol or an insignia or something.
Yeah.
But the word it reminds you of, like back in the day, was Everdark.
Yeah.
Or is Everdark.
Explain this to Fairs. I think it says Everdark, but the ink used is is Blood of Shadows. It's linked to shadow magic.
I don't know what any of this means. I think we're going to have to talk to everyone and try and put something together.
Yeah.
Helios earlier didn't seem like they were going to do anything, I don't think.
Why would they do that?
Sorry, Fairs, you give me a history. You give me a history check. I just realised you're from Ravenel.
History, not religion, yeah?
No, history.
Natural 20.
No.
For a total of 20.
For a total of 6.
It could happen.
Everdark, especially being a follower of the Red Lady phase, is one of the, if not the most prominent family in the province of the House of the Red Lady.
Okay.
Everdark has a very large family, like immediate family, like sons and daughters and such, that are always head top of the class, always rumoured in get in very prominent positions in the governing of the province of the House of Red Lady, whether it be militaristic, diplomatic, economic. It don't matter. Like the Everdark family, like people want to marry into it, people want to be adopted, people just want to be part of it. The Everdark family in the House of the Red Lady is very common knowledge to them, and through just like being a follower of the Red Lady in Ravenholm and such. Allegedly, the Red Lady favours Lord Everdark's family more so than other followers, allegedly. But you're a smart person, whether it says so on your sheet. Stuff like that, prominent families are always going to claim the favour of the patron deity, etc. It makes sense to you that from a PR perspective. However, it is also wizards are all around you, so it could be true.
Could well be. I'll relay to Etheria what Everdark means to me then.
So it could be like a family crest?
Could be a family crest. I wonder if it was sent to Pelios or if it's something they wrote. It seems like something they received if they tried to tear it up.
Using Blood of Shadows ink is a very unique skill. So unless Pelios is of the Shadow, it's quite difficult to replicate if you're not of the Shadow. So even yourself, you need training in it, and there are other folk that obviously live the Shadow could do it. But Pelios could have done it, but only if they were of that world, similar to yourself or deeper.
Yeah. Uses is quite rare. I'm not sure if I could use something like this.
Well,
I didn't meet him before he became. Yeah.
We've left Rhea on her own, and of course she was having a bit of a rough time. I don't want to leave her for too long. We should go back to her. I'm going to take this with me. I don't know how to put it together yet. I feel like I need to speak to Vel. Vel seems to know everything, or tell us we know everything.
Yeah. Do you want the knife? The stiletto?
Sure. We can have a look at that as well and see if it's anything.
Yeah.
Investigation, I feel like a detective trying to investigate a crime scene I don't understand.
Yeah. I thought he was hiding from people. I didn't think he was going to turn out to be the people.
Exactly. And he was crying. He was crying when he either slit his own throat or did magic that turned him into something and it looked like he slit his own throat. It was really weird. And he was so apologetic earlier. Unless he felt that, I don't know, if the guilt got to him, then why would he attack us? Hopefully other people will be able to find something out and we'll keep looking into it. Thank you for your help, Theory.
It's fine.
Sorry for getting you into a situation where a giant snake tried to eat your face.
Well, I have tricks.
I saw. And we'll head back down the stairs.
Okay. Back down the stairs. Rhea, as you were down there, Simba kind of just sits next to you and is just, as in a similar fashion to yourself, just regaling well, that was... You clearly nearly died. Simba just thinks he nearly died. Well, you may as well have this. And he passes you another hip flask with the same real nice wine that was in it before that you were quite partial to. It will fill itself for another week. But you clearly enjoy it, and it is... Alexio here prefers more of the... Will you smile, for crying out loud? And Alexio just kind of stomping around the place. Yes, anyone who tastes death should drink for life. I don't know what I'm saying. More ale, just shouts. And the lass with the dark hair hasn't smiled at all. She's like, more ale coming up. Just gets on with it like serpents appear all the time in the tavern. Old man goes back into the kitchen, starts cooking. Minotaur's just like everyone's gone mad, just so calm. I'll get someone to clean up. And he goes out into the street looking for the folk that disappeared before. And then you see Faze and Etheria come down the stairs. Bjorn and Althea. As you get your way up to Ectelio's place, the copper warriors are no longer there. The doors are pretty open. And you can see beyond you there is people there, but there's no singing. It is crackling fires, and it's still it's mellow in here. A lot of people have left. The dance troops are not there. Wherever they are, you're unsure of. But you do see Alexander in conversation with Ectelio on a large, circular sofa, couch type thing that wasn't there before. Ectelio, as per, has got a large silver mirror in their hand and are just thinking, and you can see them change their hairstyle just with a brush of their hand over their head. It goes from very long to very short to short shaved and mohawked, and they're going through a few styles as they stare into this mirror. And Alexander is sat kind of to their right, talking to them, but then they're looking at the mirror, and they're holding conversation as yourselves walk in. It does look like Leo and his band of barfolk are kind of tidying the place up a bit more. It's almost like last orders. It's late-ish at night. The sun is not far offset. It wasn't quite the deep into the evening where Pelios was to perform. It was just as sun was setting. And there is a mellowness in the guild house, whereas the night before it was a pumping, and you'd have thought with a festival the next day. But however, there was an assassination attempt. And there's not many other folk in there, just kind of sat out the way, drinking a cup of whatever they may have, or Leo's convinced them to drink.
I'm going to walk up and wait close enough that they would easily sense my presence, but wait politely for a break in conversation or for them to acknowledge me.
On the journey, can we assume that Althea's caught Bjorn up with the whole assassination thing? From the walk from one pub to the other?
Yeah.
I'll have shared with Bjorn about the everything that happened, basically.
Don't ask the DM that now. I'll be like, no.
I didn't know if there would be enough time, but yeah, on the walk, Althea will talk about the assassination attempt and the pink fairy and all that.
Okay.
And any other conversations you had before the assassination attempt with anyone pertinent to what's about to happen?
You might want to be clearer than that, Bjorn, you cryptic fuck.
What
conversation with Alexander about where to
Oh yeah, we've got to be more subtle. We've got to be more subtle, Bjorn.
And the fact that we need to bring Pelios somewhere.
Yeah, that too.
Which ain't happening
I
now.
need to start making notes. Yeah. Yeah, all that. Cheers,
Cool.
Rich.
No worries.
Where would we be, yeah?
Okay, so caught up with that then. That will change this conversation.
Pelios is dead. Come again.
But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for Alexander to acknowledge that we're there.
As you approach, Ectelio puts their hand up to Alexander to stop talking. You two kind of arrive. They're here for you. And Ectelio just stands and walks away. And just leaves Alexander staring at you two, who just gestures to the large circular couch that neither of you have seen before.
Perhaps somewhere more private?
Places their hand on the couch, and you hear whoom, and the sound beyond you disappears.
I have heard tell we need to be a bit more subtle.
Well, you don't have to be. It's just your methods are your own. But
and
I know what you're doing, and
from here on in, I promise to be much more subtle and careful in our dealings for you.
Inside check.
What, you're me to roll an inside check?
No, I was going to roll one on you, you fucking button-pushing lunatic.
I say from now on, we have news of Pelios. He is dead.
Alexander straightens their shoulders and just kind of sits back. Well played on the subtle. Element of sarcasm in the voice.
we were present for his performance. He, in fact, performed the same song that we saw Ectelio performing earlier today. It was not as good, obviously. Unfortunately, at the end of the song, it was like he was saying goodbye and drew his thumb across his throat and turned into a giant dragon snake thing, and we had to kill him.
So, from now on, subtle.
We
Yes.
will be much more subtle.
Right. Okay.
To be fair, the subtlety was not our fault that time. He was the one that turned into the giant snake dragon thing.
Again, subtlety is advice, not expected. People do their own. Two things. One, in Survive we don't make promises, so please don't promise me. And two,
I said we would try. I did not make a promise.
you did your first sentence, you said I promise.
I am sorry, I'm quite dim.
The other thing, don't be apologetic.
Aye.
Stand there and accept whatever it is you wish to. Don't apologise, don't promise. Don't breathe. And you can tell Costa he owes me 10. So, what now? Was Pelios in on the attempt on Aranel's life, or part of the troop that are murdering and blood sacrificing in Ectelio's name?
We do not believe so. He was just
a bard you killed.
On the trip with them, but was present for the crime and knew about them. He seemed very guilty by association. However,
that's why I wish to talk to them.
I would like to repeat, it was not our fault he turned into a giant snake thing.
There's no blame.
But our companions are still in the old White Ram, currently investigating his room and his pockets, what is left of them, that are not tattered and strewn with blood across the bar. I thought I would tell you to keep you updated before I have a drink, because and I look down at myself and I'm burnt, covered in my own blood. I think I have earned one.
Don't get served by Leo.
I was thinking about asking for roulette.
Not if you're getting over a fight. Play roulette later in the evening. Right now, relax. It's a free bar.
It seems a bit more somber than it was yesterday.
It will remain so until the morning. Ectelio has ordered no more performances this evening.
And Althea tells of an assassination. How is the victim?
A few of us will hold a wake this evening.
Awake? They did not survive the physicians helping them.
You heard my words.
And I am sorry for your loss if you were close.
Do not be sorry.
Oh, yes, that was one of the things you told me. Then I will raise a drink to them.
Give me an insight check, Althea and Bjorn.
I was going to verbally interject with what I know.
No, 20.
Total of?
6.
Insight 20.
He speaks true of a wake, but you're unsure of for who.
Alexander, when I spoke to the people tending to Aranel, is it? They were sure she would survive.
They are far better skilled than I.
So she did survive?
He just stares at you.
Who's... Well,
That is enough on the subject.
Come, Althea. We have had a drink. Oh, well, we've had a fight, and we should drink.
We've had a drink and we should fight.
fine by me.
We could do it that way if you wish.
There's someone I need to stop in on the way back. But yeah, we can have a drink first. I just wanted to...
Is this really the time to try and kindle more romance with Remy?
It was actually to see if I'm going to die from a poison that may have just killed a fairy, but Remy's cool too, like we can find him.
He is an alchemist. I'm sure he would have some kind of cure for you in one of his many bottles.
I am going to stop by the alchemist recommended to me by Odysseus. But at some point I would like to introduce Remy to him. Maybe he could get some more training. But,
I
yeah.
will not repeat your feelings on Remy's competence to him. I feel that it would shatter him.
That's a fair assumption, I guess. But yeah, we can have a drink and then I will go and see Odysseus. I think you like him.
I think I will drink until our friends return. I have very little left to give until I have, I think, a nice long rest. Or a short one.
Or anything that gets me heals. So what,
You're a warlock, all you need is short rest.
you have a drink at the bar, only for spells. You have a drink at the bar. Etheria, Rhea and FaZe. Are you planning to talk, chat in the pub, or are you planning on to make your way up to the guild?
Once, I still would like to search the body if Rhea hasn't done it by the time they get back down.
Rhea, did you do it?
I asked to, but yeah,
Cool.
please.
Yeah,
I would like
investigation
to.
check.
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
15.
15? You won't believe me, but I actually wrote some stuff down.
That's nice.
So, you find 17 silver pieces. And on each of those silver pieces, there is a groove in it. Like that is like when you rub something sharp to make that groove. It's not a cut. It's a like they used an iron nail to scratch into it. And within it, there is a like a black oozy ink that's kind of just situated in the groove that won't seem to come out when you like rub it or tip it up or anything. When Etheria and FaZe rejoin you, if you show them the coin, Etheria, it's the same ink. You find 2 gold coins that are just normal gold coins, and you find a platinum piece that is not of Atoria, because if you remember, Atorian mints their own platinum, and it has the Empress's head on it. This is just a normal platinum piece used all over the world.
Thank you. I think.
That is everything. Other than bits of clothes and stuff like this.
Still connect, guys.
Do you think we should take the remains with us?
I don't really want to.
I mean, Pelios is definitely a remain. Like, you lot did a lot of stuff to that creature.
Yeah. Part of the job was to find this person and see what was happening. Do you think Alexander would be interested in
Compost?
I think poor Helios. I think the description would probably be sufficient. I am going to kneel down next to Pelios and say a prayer to the Red Lady.
Roll me a religion check.
Leaving. All right. Better at those than I am history. 16.
16. As you say your prayer, it is like Rhea's run up behind you, claps really loudly in your ears, and you sort of react away from it, and there's a flash of a scene so real in front of you that you kind of reach out of it, and you see Pelios on their knees, a humanoid in a red robe pulled over the long red robe of the Red Lady, and their hand just goes through him, like ethereal through him, And it's literally like shit, and you kind of like bat away at the illusion in front of you.
What my friend sees me sitting on the floor going, "Ah!" Fine.
You okay?
Yeah, that was really odd. I saw something unusual. At least I think unusual. As far as I remember, it's unusual.
Are you just praying for him?
Sure.
He just tried to kill us.
Yeah, but I don't really know why.
He seems sad.
I think really sad, but I think there might be something far deeper going on here than just someone hired. I don't know, and I'll explain to Rhea about the sigil and what it means and where it's from and the piece of paper and, say, look, this is the interesting thing I found.
So while you're catching Rhea
We
up
found. Yeah.
on Everdark and the item and the Peleos and all that palaver, and you're catching and Althea and Bjorn are having a drink. Sketch, Velk,
What are you doing?
Edward. Enlighten me on what character I have to put up next week.
As they're all catching up in the bar at the old White Ram, a little bit of time passes, and then the door swings open, and in walks Velk with a big smile on his face.
So what did I miss? So, Faze, Etheria, and Rhea, you see Velk, your gnomish friend with a big white moustache, the floating book, and the feathered quill floating next to it.
Velk!
Where the fuck have you been?
Well, looks like the party's discovered something.
Your book's gonna be, it's gonna have gaps.
Gaps.
Good point.
Yeah, this snaky thing.
What has the party discovered, I wonder?
Snake.
Can I read your book? Just the last couple of chapters, I'm just curious.
You attempt to look at the book?
I attempt to lean over Velk's shoulder and have a read of the book.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Can't have too much seriousness. Flip. That would be a 4.
Cool. You're pretty sure Velk's
You have
taking a
one
piss
reroll
because
left.
there's no writing whatsoever on the pages that you can see.
I'm clearly dizzy from the fight. Yes, we've discovered these things. And also these coins that may have had something to do with the Blood of Shadows. Is that right, Etheria? Blood of Shadows?
The Blood of Shadows, yes.
Give me a
It's-
history check, Velk.
It's in these coins.
Why would it be in the coins?
That you don't know.
That is a natural 20.
Okay, now, eh? You do one dice roll all night.
When you got it, you got it.
Love it. Fucking bads. If you'd have been a halfling, I'd have slapped you. No, that one's either, dickhead. So,
So
You're-
22, just to... Yeah.
just to throw it in my face, you are fully aware of the ink that is known as the Blood of Shadows for two reasons. One, it has been used to write dark deeds, like almost in that foresight sort of way. It is there are especially in Cruel, mate, you get to hear all sorts of stuff. Is allegedly sold in Cruel, like the alchemists in Cruel have it for sale. Because of the amount of adventurers that come through from all walks of life. It is that, hive of, scum and villainy. But it's also associated a lot with the jinn and the genie of the desert lands, and they use it to write out these promises for fools that are willing to wish for things that they can't give them, but they can use this Blood of Shadows ink to twist the next few steps of that person. In any story form, Velk so wishes. But it's definitely a tool to,
Nice.
bad stuff.
Do you guys fill me in on a little bit? Like start describing stuff.
Yeah, that's what Faye said. She went through it all. Theory went through it all.
Almost as if I knew it off by heart. I'm like, the party considers. Rhea thinks this Peleos. Perhaps he was driven mired from within. Perhaps the beast was always something inside. Or perhaps the beast was provoked by something. Perhaps a note.
Hold up the note.
Perhaps.
Just waiting for Volk to jump out my microwave or something. You know what I mean?
Perhaps he was simply driven mad, but the beast has been long steering. Perhaps there's dark plays afoot. The Red Lady, perhaps. Those who follow.
I follow the Red Lady.
That's for Rhea to decide.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, Rhea. I follow the Red Lady. I don't have a snake in me. To my knowledge.
But, alas, you have not done dark deeds, Rhea says. Those who have done dark deeds, for sure, would want to cover it up. Tie up loose ends. Provoke somebody with a note.
Turns out you've been sat beyond Ray as the new, the new celebrity of the movie.
Reyes follows the Red Lady but doesn't have a snake. Rhea has a snake but doesn't follow the Red Lady.
It's all to do with the snakes, guys.
Etheria tries to clarify things. Imagine a band of people who follow the Red Lady, who would want to tie up loose ends, who could provoke for such trickery.
Yes.
So they're rubbing their hands saying, yes.
Proper Pinky in the Brain moment.
Problem is, Val's both.
That's interesting. What the sigil reads as is Everdark, which is, as you said, a family that follows the Red Lady.
There's power in Reds, perhaps, Phase thinks.
Raya, give me a history check.
Using the last reroll. That's better. So that's an natural 20. Thank you. 20.
Much like mine earlier.
Everdark means something to you. In the darkest, deepest, most ancient histories of the Dark Fae, Everdark just rings a bell. You can't remember if it was a name of somebody, a name of a place, a name of an item, the title of a story, but the existence of something holding to that word, to that name, of whatever it may be, Everdark, rings in your memory of the ancient times of the Dark Fae.
So, Etheria ponders, how do we clarify this mystery? Do we check if Pelios was the beast all along? Or can we check if somebody was pulling the strings?
I think based on the circumstances and the way Pelios was acting with our mate Sketch, I'm looking at Velk a bit suspiciously at this point.
There is not a poker face. Velk don't bat an eyelid.
Okay. With our mate Sketch and myself, they seemed genuinely remorseful, upset. This seems wildly out of character from the way they were earlier. I feel someone else was pulling the strings.
Rhea considers.
As a guess.
Perhaps the note was placed and they found it, and that's what provoked the travesty that continued.
I suspect you're right. They tried to tear it up, and I show how it's all been twisted and pulled.
I'm right. Congratulations, Rhea. You are right.
Rhea. I think you're right, Rhea.
Simba's
Simba's
just looking so confused, considering she hasn't spoken for at least a good solid 20 minutes at this point.
Simba's sat there with his ale and just goes, drink, Raya, drink.
Do we know of anyone with the skill to talk to the recently departed?
I don't. Certainly not around here. It's not a skill I have. It's one I might one day attain, but not.
Probably the only person that's never witnessed it or heard about it or known about it is Althea. The rest of you will have known of elements within your cultures that it is possible. Like,
I would hope I would.
You're a cleric. You're a sorcerer. You follow the dragon angels. Rhea's, they probably the spirits walk in her forest.
This is why I wonder if we should take maybe the head back to Alexander, if he'd know of anyone or has contacts that could speak to
the head.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much of a head left.
I mean,
Right, the head was
it was
cut
clean cut. It was a clean, devastating blow by Althea. Wasn't it?
Pummeled quite a lot though.
All right, hang on a minute. And I'm going to go up to the bar and go, do you have a Hessian sack I might borrow?
She looks at you and goes, "Of course, but why?"
I want to put Pelios's head in it.
I did ask, and she walks away. She disappears, like in the back kitchen. You can hear the old guy just be like, "Really?" Comes back with the Hessian sack. Will this do?
Looks adequately sized. Might be a bit tricky to fit the horn in. Might have to cut it off. We'll see. Thank you.
Oh, you cut the rest off. And carries on moving cups around.
Because he was trying to eat us, and I'll take the sack and I'm going to pick up the head and not particularly carefully go ding, 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 until it fits in the bag.
She basically give you a sock, but you've made it work.
Like a sleeping bag trying to go back into its
exactly.
original bag.
And then I'm just going to wrap it up, and it's probably dripping a bit at the bottom.
There is a bit of stodge at the bottom of the Hessian sack.
I'm going to jiggle it a bit so the drips fall and go back to the other pub.
Absolute psycho. Yep.
I don't think there's anything worth doing here now. Mr. Minotaur and Dog, are you?
They went outside. They went looking for the other folk.
Yeah. I assume they'll clean this stuff.
We're very sorry about the mess.
Yes, they'll get somebody. And the bar lass is looking at Simba. Not I.
We can put it somewhere if you want. I mean, if you want me to take the body and just throw it out back so it's not in the middle of the room, I'm fine with that.
It's fine. It's fine. We will arrange. And he's looking back at the bar lass and yourself. Myself and Alexio, we will arrange it. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you for your fantastic service this evening. And I'm just going to wander out with my sack of head.
Throughout that time, Simba's been walking around and trying to be like, just lean over, pick up one of the throwing axes, and then walk over to somewhere else in the tavern, pick up another throwing axe.
Thank you for your help. Your throwing skills were
horrendous. I apologise.
I was going to say impressive.
Well, you have easily impressed my dear Dragonboard. Then I more perform with them. Oh, my apologies.
Investigation.
Simba just backs off the new. Never seen this person before in my life.
Yeah, more scared of Velks than they are Sketch.
This is our narrator. We've missed him.
I mean, he got a book, looks the part. So I'm not gonna judge. Although your goblin friend had a knife, so. Yeah,
but Velk inspires us. He helps our thinking. He just has a way.
Alright, again, your friend. Pleased to meet you, Velk. I'm Simba, son of Mufasa. DM Gamboa. It's gravy time. Husband
we'll
of
be on
Nala.
Oh, good lord.
This is Zazu.
Say hello to the monkey.
Rafiki, you know him.
He knows the way.
He knows the way. Always getting lost though. Such a liar.
Scumbalala, squash bender.
Yeah. The king had to return.
It's late.
Anyone joining now? This is not 5e Lion King, all right?
As Rhea sees Faze leave, she kind of looks at Simba, holds up the wine flask, nods, thumbs up, and walks out.
Simba thumbs up, back, confused. Have you left as well, Ethereum?
Yeah, I'll follow the group.
Velk, are you going on another side quest? I go up the stairs. You fucking what?
Flood along behind the wall.
So, as you lot make your way back to Ectelio's guild, you walk in and you see Bjorn and Althea having a drink at the bar. Every time Leo goes anywhere near them, another gnome gets in the way and kind of cuts Leo off, and then looks across to Alexander, and Alexander gives them a nod. And that is the behaviour that happens. You are all back together in the guild hall. You may or may not.
Sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say I've been counting the money in the sack that Sketch gave me, telling Althea that if there's enough in there, I'm going to see probably go and see a Minotaur about the dog.
You didn't count it, did you,
perhaps?
Val? You just gave it straight to.
Straight over. It's not for me.
Cool.
How much
I'm
is
going
in
to tell
that?
you. I need to
Okay.
scroll up.
Beyond money, that.
Are we getting rooms here tonight?
Still got a room, I would assume.
Let's right.
As you. Jazz hands. As you.
I was gonna say, I had something.
Well, you fucked it now. Let's
Carry on.
call it there and we'll start. So as you all sit and get ready and plan your whatever you're planning for the evening, it is now night time. It is really bouncy outside the guild house. There are a lot of, like, Shagaloof is 100% a go-go. Counting the coins. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom save?
Yes.
Bjorn's well wise.
Fucking. Fuck.
It's a warlock's best stat, isn't it?
We haven't got any rerolls left, do we?
No.
Nope.
Somebody used it on an history check.
3. It was 11:15. We've usually finished by now.
You're about to.
Okay, that's a 14.
As you're counting the coins, you get to like 100, 200, 3, and you're stacking the coins on the wood in front of you, and there's more coming out of this bag. Stacking the coins, more coming out of this bag. You get to the bottom of the bag, and there are 6 golden coins. I don't mean gold coins, I mean golden, like pure, shiny golden, on 1 wooden coin. And you're looking at these 6 gold and 1 wooden coin, and you and then you look at the bar, and all the coins have gone. And that's where we're going to leave tonight's session. Because it's 11:30.
Yeah.
And you lot just play forever. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Absolute ridiculous session again. It was so much fun, like the fights, the chibi tokens. So the map was 2-minute tabletop. The chibi tokens are Coyote Grey. These particular chibis that you see on the characters now are done by Becky Appleyard Art, which I do apologise for not shouting out at the beginning. She's on Facebook, just put Becky Appleyard Art, you should find her. But yeah, super cool, loved it. We got a cool fight. Thank you very much, Hannah, for putting that link up. It was great. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was really, really cool. Well played, guys. You got to do lots of fighty stuff, and yeah, you got to see your new level 3 powers, and you got Velt back. Yay! Oh, no, maybe.
It's when we start to warm to one, another one appears. Like,
That's
Next
it.
session.
playing with our hearts like
Next session, one of us says, I miss Sketch.
And
I wanna
then
meet
Stefan
Brian.
turns up. Yeah, Brian's going to be a fucking monster. But yeah, so cool. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, guys. It was super cool. It's, you know, obviously we have to wait a week before we get to play again. But thank you very much for tuning in. Biggie, if you're still about, you're a fucking beast, man. An absolute legend. Thank you so much. The subs, the raids, the follows, just any community support, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the story for this evening, and I hope you carry on. Either tonight when I get off now, or probably in the morning, because I can't be asked doing it right now, we'll be releasing episode 7. This is session 8. Episode 7 of our podcast, which is this campaign, which will go out on Anchor and Spotify. So join the Discord and all that good stuff, and I'll shout out about it tomorrow. But thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Nighty night. And yeah, for now, say goodbye, players.
Bye,
Goodbye,
players.
players.
Bye bye. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
There's a bye-bye here somewhere. Here we go.